Oh, yeah. Welcome everyone to Star Trek Adventures. Do we have no audio? We have no audio there. Oh dear, right, now we should have audio. Say the line, Stars.
Say the line, Bard.
Okay, I'll fix that in post. Anyone, welcome to our Star Trek Adventures, a new campaign with a whole new cast, which also I need to fix on that intro, so I need to make a new intro. We have recurring with us as the GM this week, this campaign, this season, Stars and Garters is our GM for the occasion. Otto is here, Nifty is here, Cranky and Genos as newcomers, and I am also playing as a character this time, which I'm very excited for because I always love to do this. For those that haven't played Star Trek Adventures before, we have a cast of people also who have not played it before, so we will be going back to basics and we'll be talking you through it, and there'll be no rules lost, nothing left to the wind, so everyone will know quite what they're doing. But without further ado, how should we start this? Should we go around and introduce our characters?
I'll tell you what, let me give, because Genos and Cranky, I imagine you probably watched a few of the streams of us doing this. Everyone else here has at least done a few hours of STA with us, but I just want to kind of give you a little bit of advice. So the number one rule of tabletop RPG is idle.
Hey,
I'm not above killing your character. So first thing first, you're here to have fun. There is no stress. You are not any obligation to do a voice. You don't have to perform. You are here to play. You are here to have fun. Number two, yes and no but. I will not shut you down on anything you try unless it is obscenely stupid. But instead, I will say, no, but you can do this. Yes, and you can do that. I will only ever try and push you in a direction or give you suggestions. I will never just say no or just yes, because that's bad GMing. I would implore you, ask questions if you are unsure about anything. There is no such thing as a stupid question, and yes, I know I'm going to regret saying that in about 20 minutes.
Or less than that.
I was going to say,
you're probably less.
Yeah, Stars.
Bernadette, thank you for subscribing.
My elbow.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, what was that, Nifty? I didn't hear over the red alarm.
It was definitely not a stupid question.
Okay, I'm glad. For context's sake, this is taking place in 2380, so this is TNG era, and you have all created characters, so if you would all like to start to introduce your characters. Otto, you're on my top left. Would you like to introduce your character?
I am Security Officer Bjorn Gonson, a Gorn-Vulcan hybrid.
Nifty, would you like to continue to round out the illustrious crew of the USS Hierophant?
So I'm a fun one here. Interesting mix. I'm Thaco. I'm an Orion hologram. I was created by a young Orion who kind of let his creation get a bit out of control. I am the emergency engineering. I am the emergency engineering hologram. Sorry, to be specific.
You're trapped in a world you never made.
Exactly.
Idle. Who are you playing? Because you don't get to play off very often.
I know. I am playing Razel Tem. I am the executive officer of the USS Hierophant. I am Delton, and my oath of celibacy isn't on record, should be. There was an administrative error, so I may be utilising that. But yes, I am Delton. I am the first officer of this particular ship.
All right, audience, I would like it to be noted, Idle has used up the one joke associated with Delton's. He is now out of material.
The GM
Cranky,
will comply.
You wish.
So, I am
who you playing?
William Billy Archer. I'm a human. I'm the flight controller aboard the USS Hierophant, and I'm a Lieutenant Junior Grade.
And you are also related to the
I'm a
great
distant descendant
Jonathan Archer.
of Jonathan Archer.
Yes. Great Jonathan Archer.
So he's our diplomat.
Yes, obviously. That Archer family, well known for their diplomacy,
I've got
tact, and
Starfleet running
chainsaws.
through my blood.
Yeah, definitely. Along with all the, what's it again, Trillium D? Is that what they're injecting into themselves into Enterprise? And last but certainly not least, Genos, who are you playing tonight?
Yes, so I'm playing Dash Bryn, who is a Tellarite counselor, the assistant counselor on the ship, which makes almost no sense, and I am a lieutenant in rank.
You are a lieutenant in rank. Perfect. Now, obviously, none of these fine gentlemen here are playing the captain. That is because I will be playing the captain as what is called a non-player character, as a supporting character. I will be gently guiding you with orders, but I'm not going to be leaning over your shoulder. Because guess what? It's more fun to watch you make fool of yourselves. Your captain of the USS Hierophant is Zin Yalix. He is a Dominion War veteran of Frozen. He has been in Starfleet for about 30 years, and he didn't necessarily handpick all of you. He would have picked his XO, because that's the tradition of the captain, but everyone else has been assigned to him. So, best be on your best behavior if you want to make promotion, if you want to impress him. But as it is right now, let's get stuck into it, shall we? So, without any further ado, let's begin the Angstrom operation.
Ooh.
All right. Captain's log, stardate 4564.1. We are 1 week into a patrol of the Cardassian border. Our friends, 2 Gala-class cruisers, continue to trail us on their side of the border, but there has been no sign of hostility. With the Cardassian Union still rebuilding in the wake of the Dominion War, they are likely just as eager to avoid conflict as we are. That being said, I am under no illusions as to the fact that Cardassians are often led by paranoia, which can lead to belligerent and territorial behavior. Being this close to the border has the crew on edge, but I have no reason to believe that this tour of duty will be anything other than ordinary. Now, before we get stuck into the main gist of things, what are you guys doing? It's a normal day aboard the USS Hierophant, which, by the way, is Prometheus class. It's a long-range tactical cruiser. What are you guys doing? What's up? What are you doing? You hanging out? You getting drunk? You on the holodeck? You embarrassing yourself in God? What's going on?
I fly the ship.
You fly the ship?
I'm currently arm deep in my quarters, going through the latest round of personnel reports that I'm horrifically behind on. That I need to get through and get this crew evaluated. Because is this how long have I been serving on this ship?
So you were picked by the captain about a month ago. The ship has been sort of like active and out of dry dock for about 2 weeks. It's very young into its voyage.
I am captain. I think this is my first officer posting. It's my first time as an executive officer. So yeah, I'm catching up on paperwork. I am going through the crew. I am notoriously bad with names and memory. So I'm having to go through these personnel reports, thinking like, have I evaluated this person? The name looks familiar, but there's like 300 odd people on the ship, and I can't remember everyone.
You have a stack of pads that tall.
Literally, it could all be on one pad, but for some reason, this is Star Trek. We have to have a stack.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Nifty, so you're the emergency engineering hologram. Are you active all the time, or do you find time for downtime, or what are you doing right now?
So I do actually have a mobile emitter, so I can be pretty active. I tend to get caught up in all sorts of random projects because that is what my creator found himself doing all the time back at the academy. And so yeah, when he accidentally uploaded me into the Starfleet system and not his own personal server, I appeared. I'm assigned as an intelligence agent because I have this smorgasbord of engineering skills. I'm kind of just used when people need a problem figured out. With my crafty Orion ways. I'm totally not a pirate though, but also I definitely am a bit of a pirate.
Totally, definitely not a bit of a pirate. Got it.
Yeah.
Now, Otto, what does a Vulcan-Gorn hybrid do for fun?
When I'm not sunning myself under a heat lamp in my room, I'm in the holodeck training against monsters.
Do you do like double axe handles, or are you more of a Jurassic Park kind of guy?
Karate chop.
Damn right.
Just throws big rocks.
Practices with big rocks.
This is revenge. All right, Billy Archer, you fly the ship. What else do you do with your time?
Well, I'm very meticulous when it comes to the warp drive and keeping it all in ship shape, making sure the ship flies exactly how I want it to, checking all the systems. So yeah, I spend a lot of time doing that when I'm not on duty.
Okay. Not much of a social life?
No, I'm ambitious. I want to move up in the ranks.
Okay, you got your head in the books, and not
Yeah.
so much along with your crewmates. We'll see if we can fix that. And now we come to our council. Are you in the middle of a session? Are you walking someone through their work-related anxieties, or are you catching up on paperwork? Are you indulging in a holo novel? What are you doing, Genos? What's Dash Brain up to?
Yeah, so in between doing group therapy with Dominion War veterans, because one of my specialties is PTSD counseling, I have a large interest in geology and also in computers. So I have a bunch of rocks in my Tellarite fanny pack, and I input their measurements into a spreadsheet on my computer.
You are the most thrilling man alive.
I hope you have a lot of quartz. I hope you have a lot of quartz in your fanny pack.
Quartz.
So many
Thank you.
varieties of points.
I should hope so. Okay, now this is a question kind of for character building. Who knows each other? Are you all completely new to each other, or do you guys think you might have met in the academy? Have you previously run into each other? Maybe you guys spilled coffee on each other and it was all over you. What happened?
Well, I would imagine that my character and Idol's character are going to know each other because I'm flying the ship, so I'm on the bridge.
Yeah, we're familiar. I think
First officers.
Yeah, we've been
first
getting to know
officers
each other
are on
over the
bridge
last month, purely from points we've been in the staff meetings, things like that. Because I'd say you and me are senior officers. Would Dash and Thaco and Bjorn? Bjorn probably be senior officer. Are you elite head security?
No, I did not make it through the academy. I'm merely a bodyguard.
Applied muscle.
And
Yeah,
baby,
I'm the
you got a
assistant
body
counselor,
worth
so
guarding.
I don't get to be in the staff briefings.
I think you'd probably be able to be attending staff meetings, Dash, if you wanted to. If it was relevant to the wider conversation, or if the captain requested your presence to talk about crew morale. But I'm guessing, probably you guys, different social strata here. We've got 2 members of the bridge crew, and you guys are enlisted, Nifty and Bjorn, and Genos. You're obviously an officer, but you're not on the bridge all the time. So you guys have room to learn about each other. You're gonna become very, very intimate with each other. Maybe even Thaco. No, I'm not gonna go there. I would never. Not on Star Trek. Star Trek is a wholesome show.
Not on my Star Trek.
You have a Careless Whisper Stream Deck button, Captain?
I wish.
Oh, if we could avoid getting copyright struck, I would just.
The closest thing I've got is
Okay. Oh, that's gonna get a lot of use. I can already feel it.
Fantastic.
All right.
Why did
All right,
this
I'm
go
gonna
into
say it
this?
right now. I'm gonna say it right now. You fucking knock that shit off.
Well, remember, one of the nice things about my character is I am the emergency engineering hologram. Sometimes people can just shut my mobile emitter off, and then
That'd be very
can't
rude of
bother
them,
you
though, wouldn't
anymore.
it?
It would be, but I wouldn't blame them.
Oh, you're annoying. Good to know.
For punishment, I turn your emitter off and put you in Bjorn's pocket.
It's so wet and slimy and oddly dry. All right.
I'm just tiny, just tiny.
Yeah, you're just like the little shrunken down EMH. Yeah, absolutely. All
The
right.
uniforms of this era have pockets.
Yes,
just
they
fanny
actually have
packs?
little pockets. I'm pretty sure they have pockets. They must have pockets.
Does a Gorn
Who
Vulcan
would-
hybrid wear a uniform?
I would hope so.
We're about to find out,
Uniquely
baby. Let's go.
tailored.
God damn it. All right. Captain's log supplemental. I may have spoken too soon. We have received a Priority 1 message from Starfleet ordering us to the Dran Ankos system. Located just on the edge of the Cardassian border, it is in dispute with the Cardassians, but there's no reason for us to ignore our orders. Per Starfleet command, we are to lend assistance to a research base that has gone silent after sending out a disturbing message. Looks like our routine patrol is going to be anything but. So the captain is going to call a staff meeting. Normally we'd have a few more senior officers, but we're going to go ahead and say that the captain's already got a good idea of who he wants his away team to be. So it's going to be you guys. Crazy, right?
Who'd have thought?
All right. So your orders are as such, and then he's going to sit you all down. He's going to offer you a nice little pot of teas. Zinni Alex is a very calm and reasonable kind of guy. He's kind of a philosopher captain, a bit more of a Picard than he is a Sisko or a Janeway. A little bit distant at times, and since he is blind, he doesn't always maintain eye contact, so he sometimes feels a bit distant, but he's a nice guy. So your orders from Starfleet are thus. We are to proceed at maximum warp to the Dran Ankor system and secure the Angstrom research base once we arrive. Its data is to be recovered at all costs, and it must not fall into Cardassian hands. Starfleet Command would rather the station be destroyed than possibly be occupied by a third party. Questions?
Yes, what do the Cardassians want from this data or this area?
Well, at this time, the Cardassians are recovering from the Dominion War, and are obviously, kind of bombed into the ground, but they do still have a functioning fleet. And the idea of getting their hands on some tasty Starfleet information, which could potentially help in that rebuilding, is an interesting proposition. And it's a little bit of a finders keepers thing. If they don't have it,
I would have thought the Cardassians' relevance for us helping rid them of the Dominion would mean they wouldn't want to try anything aggressive on us, Captain. What is this, a resurgent group? Is this part of the Central Command?
Well, it's more of a precaution than anything else. There are no obvious signs of Cardassian encroachment as of yet, but that's no reason to leave our research station alone, just on the off chance they take an interest.
Do we know what sort of a research station is, what they were researching?
Yes, you may indeed ask that, so let's have a look. Okay, so the primary research mission of the Angstrom station was research into the deuterium potential in a low-mass brown dwarf such as Dran Ankor, the local star. The Phase 1 of the mission was limited photosphere agitation and gas sampling. Phase 2, inversion testing for coronal mass capture and refinement. And Phase 3 is, for some reason, classified.
Who's the science man here? Explain that in Delton, please.
Obsidian order. Obsidian order.
Yeah, it's got Obsidian order written all over the card. I just can't wait to hear about stars and deuterium. Delightful.
Just very quickly, how much momentum do we have? I put 4 as a start, but I imagine we got 2 each, haven't we?
Yes, in fact, if you want to get the counter up today, it should be. It's actually 3 as standard for the start of a mission.
Okay, right. I'll take that down.
Yeah. And I get I get 2 points of threat for every character available, so I have 10 threat.
Joy.
I'm sure I use it.
Threatening man, sir.
All right. Do you guys
What's
have any
the
more
compliment?
questions about the? That's a
What's
good
the crew
question.
compliment over there?
So the staff of the station are Base Commander Vatok of Vulcan, and a total complement of 64, comprised of 55 researchers and 9 support staff, i.e., custodians, maintenance technicians, etc.
Okay.
Is the station armed?
Very, very lightly. There's accommodations for up to 75, Type 2 solar shields, but no heavy-duty deflected shields, and 2 shuttles with no warp capability. So it's not designed to be a combat station.
Are the shuttles still there?
Well, we haven't arrived yet, so we have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, we are still in our conference room with all the models of all the ships called the Hierophant, i.e. none of them on the wall.
Just one in the middle, just sitting there with
Just
a big
one.
blank
Just
canvas
us.
and lots of hooks.
Absolutely.
How long ago did they go dark?
Let me see if I actually have that information. They have gone 4 days without a transmission. Do you guys want to hear the last transmission?
Yeah,
Yes,
what
please,
was
yeah.
their last
That
transmission?
was my next,
No, we're
next
good.
question. Thank you.
You don't want to hear it? Okay, yeah, cool. Moving on. All right. So the last transmission, which was audio only, has been identified as coming from senior stellar researcher Amelia Adams. In the recording, she can be heard crying out in agony, and the only words that have been deciphered by Starfleet audio engineers were the words, "The mutiny failed. They're everywhere now."
Mutiny failed. Anyone on the station have a history with mutinous actions? Were there any prisoners or reinstated Marquis members, perhaps post-Dominion War?
So
Anyone related
Starfleet
to Michael
intelligence.
Yeah.
No one related to Michael Burnham, alas. So Starfleet intelligence has been looking through the complement of 64. So far, nothing's turned up that would be an obvious reason for them to commit a mutiny. So this is a bit worrying for Starfleet. Starfleet doesn't have a history of mutineers.
Have they had
We don't
contact
talk
with the
about that
USS Tchaikovsky Sans 2364?
No, they have not. But I like the way you're thinking. We had a sexy mutiny, and they're everywhere now. Everywhere.
I'm a Delton. My mind naturally goes to such things like sexy
Of
mutinies.
course. Of course. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I'm going to give you your directives now. In addition to the Prime Directive, which of course is always in operation, you are to retrieve stellar research data at all costs and prevent the base from falling into enemy hands.
Okay. I mean, we might as well just torpedo it now. Like, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, fuck them all. They're all dead.
Yeah.
Who cares? They're all dead.
Sorry, can you repeat that? It's retrieve stellar data at all costs.
Yes. It's retrieve the stellar data at all costs and prevent the base from falling into enemy hands.
Sensors.
I should probably be taking notes, but I'm not.
Everyone else will do it. And then you get to the end and it turns out no one did it. Oops.
Fly the ship, spaceman.
Yeah.
When was the last Federation ship to visit the station?
Yeah.
That was about a month ago for the bi-monthly supply run, and there was absolutely no sign of anything wrong at that point. It was a Excelsior class ship, the Tikov. Yeah, we'll go with that.
The Bimon supply run con.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Maybe USS
IMS Icon run. Yeah, the USS Teacup. Yes, the good ship lollipop. All right. Is there any other relevant information I have here? That's all I have for you from the handout. Is there any more information you would like to ask, either about the mission or about what your preparations for the mission, what you might want to ask each other? Theories?
What's our ETA?
About 7 hours at maximum warp.
Okay. Are we going?
So
to
what I find,
So I'm going
What
to
I find
procrastinate for 6.5 hours and then get ready for the mission. Okay.
Are
What I
there
find
any
interesting
spatial
is-
anomalies? Sorry. Are there any spatial anomalies in the area? Anything, or is it all sort of dry space? Should we be prepared for ion interference or something like that?
It's pretty dry. The low mass brown dwarfs is kind of the most interesting astrological thing. Thaco, please, I would love to hear your question.
what I find interesting, it's not so much a question, but just postulating here. So it was the mutiny has failed. They're everywhere, and that was the station commander.
That was senior stellar researcher Amelia Adams.
Okay.
The station commander is Vitok.
Oh right.
He's a
So
Talk.
what's interesting is that the person doing the recording has said that the mutinies failed, and then they're everywhere, which sounds like it's negative, but that's too negative. So were they part of the mutiny, and then why were they mutinying, and who is everywhere? Yeah.
They
Yeah,
also
so it's
control the ISM market, so watch out.
Oh no, them. They.
Not them.
The shadowy cabal.
I wonder if it's a bunch of
shit.
brown dwarves that are mutinying.
That's racial profiling. We don't stand for that in Starfleet. In fact, you know what?
All right, let's go.
You know what? The captain is going to turn to you, Dashbrint, and he's going to ask you, what's your opinion in terms of potential, long-term spatial isolation? Do you think that it's possible that he could have just gone collectively mad?
It's possible, especially if there's some sort of contagion or fungus. Who knows with these brown dwarves?
The last supply run, what did they deliver? Was there anything in the manifest that could possibly deliver a reactive agent? Do we know?
It is pretty standard, like Starfleet supplies in terms of power cores, new emitter relays for the shields, because the solar shields have to be replaced every so often, uranium plating. Yeah,
Is there any
bit of grain, a bit of food.
quadrotriticale? Could we have tribbles everywhere?
There was no quadritriticale, but there was
I'll get the
triticale.
Thank you.
Is there anything to do with what they're researching that could affect them somehow?
So Zinni Alex is like he's not a science officer background, so he's a little bit perplexed at that question. He kind of wishes he had a science officer right now, but she appears to be indisposed. But research into deuterium, like photosphere agitation, these aren't things that make immediate sense for creating mass hysteria or mutiny. So there's no obvious
Life form
correlation.
living in the deuterium.
What do we know about the
hallucinations.
station commander?
So Commander Vitok has a pretty standard service record. He was not part of the Minion War, so there's no trauma in his history. He is a full Vulcan. He has a pretty unremarkable but solid work record. He is a science officer. He is a rank of commander. And otherwise, like pretty unremarkable. Honestly, he would have been up for promotion in a few years, but nothing particularly that would have struck out as this man is going to lead a station that's going to go into a mutiny. Especially not a Vulcan.
Wondering if
that's quite odd.
Vulcan dicked enough that people would want to murder him or something. No.
So, unfortunately, Starfleet personnel files do not label Vulcans under are they a dick enough to commit mutiny or no. That is not a requisite form on the personnel.
I have plenty of cliff notes on personnel notes.
That issue's come up enough. You think they really would have labeled that by now?
I put in a
Look,
request.
you have to send a request to HR and we can get it added to the form.
So we don't know about any of the station personnel that have any like big red flags from their service records or anything.
Zinnia Alex is gonna level with you. These people are boring. They are Starfleet researchers. They are civilian stations. They are not interesting people. A lot of them are Earthborn. A lot of them are human. Most of them just seem to have been, I want to study stars, and then that was the extent of their ambition. No real political affiliations, no Dominion War, like obvious like angles here. It's all a bit odd. It seems like 64 scientists just kind of went nuts at the same time, which doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Okay. We need to get on the ground and start
I
having
can
a
say
look.
that with my limited access to intelligence information, as I am an intelligence agent, that there's nothing I'm aware of course. However, unfortunately, as merely a hologram, I'm not exactly privy to these things. I'm just the boots on the ground that they like to release sometimes. So I'm very curious about. No, well, hey.
Nothing quite like
Photons
photonic
be
boots on the ground.
Photons be photons, man.
Photons be free.
I think it's a wise idea to take the person that can't be defeated by physical or phaser fire straight away. So, on point, Thaco, please.
Yeah, first in the door. Sorry, Thaco. Bjorn just pushing you in front of the door. You take the hits, buddy. Security officer, yeah. Alright. So, we are on maximum warp. So, Prometheus is a pretty sprightly ship. It takes about 7 hours for you to reach Dranankos. Let's just say all of you are on the bridge, coming up to exiting out of warp. And
I would like to suggest to the captain, can we do our multi-vector split? Get the 3 sections of the ship around in the area in case there is, and basically do a comprehensive survey of the system as quick as possible in order to find out if there's any spatial anomalies that could have caused the mutiny. And with 3 ships, which is the specialty of our Prometheus class vessel here, that would make things a lot quicker.
You just want to see the ship split, don't you?
Yeah, it's so cool. Place the fanfare and everything.
All right, so you know what? I think we're about half an hour in. Give me a roll.
Ooh,
I think you have to roll for this. You're going to have to roll to convince your captain.
Okay.
Yes, because this is a bit of an aggressive move here. People know what the Prometheus class is and what it does. Going right into a system on the border of Cardassian space and immediately going into multi-vector assault mode is a bit of an aggressive move, so you're going to have to convince him.
Can somebody try to help him out with a focus?
Yes, I'll allow that. If you think, so Thaco agrees that it's a good move.
Okay, I have a focus in diplomacy. Would that count?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Thaco, what's your focus?
Well, because my creator was a bit of a loner, one of the things he programmed into me was he all the academic data on interpersonal relationships. So I do have a focus on interpersonal relationships, and so I'm gonna get you guys to kind of work together here, and see each other's good points, specifically Idol's good points. Or sorry, what's your name again?
Rizaltem.
Rizaltem,
yeah. Rizaltem. You can call me Raz. You can Rez. You can call me Rez.
Razzle dazzle.
Razzle dazzle. Yeah. Okay. Well,
you know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow it. All right. So in which
rolling?
case, since you're assisting Nifty, you're going to be rolling as well. So, Razzletem, I would like you to give me a difficulty. You know, you've got assistance on this. I'm going to make it difficulty 3.
Okay.
Give me a presence and command difficulty 3.
Okay.
Thaco, you may assist with the same, or if you like, you can go with insight plus command. depending what's higher
Okay,
for
and
you.
sorry, difficulty refers to the number of dice being
Yeah.
rolled?
Do you want to explain this,
so you-
Stars, how the roll system works here?
Yeah, so the way that the 2d20 system works is every single roll, you start off with 2 dice that you can roll, and then you get a number of successes based off of that if you hit the target number. Since you're assisting, Idle is going to make the primary roll. He'll have 2 dice, and you will have 1 dice because you're the assistant dice. You can have up to 5 dice in a single roll. So if everyone could assist, then they would add 1 dice, but you'd only be able to hit 5 maximum. And you can buy additional using momentum. If you think that it's that important.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I would
And
like...
then,
Go on.
my options were, was it presence command or insight
Presence.
something?
yeah, presence or insight and command.
Okay, so, and lower numbers are the better numbers?
Yeah.
Yes, because your focus, which you mentioned, is basically ensuring that if you hit anything from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or essentially what your discipline is, then you will get double successes.
Yeah.
So, say if you hit what your fucking what's your so you're doing
So
command.
my presence
Which one?
command is a total of 12, and my
Okay.
insight
Yes.
command is a total of 10. So which
We'll be
which
back
one
in a
is
minute.
the
Yeah, no.
what I want to roll? Which one's easy? Like,
So you want to roll the higher one because that basically means you have a wider range to hit.
okay, so
because
it's
basically-
range. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's a range. So basically, if you hit a 1, you get a double success naturally. That's the equivalent of a nat 20 in D&D. If you hit a 12, that is 1 success or anything in the meantime. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Since you have a focus, you can have a look at your discipline, which is command. What's your command score?
My command by itself is 2.
Yes. So that would mean that if you hit a 1 or a 2, you'll get 2 successes instead of just hitting on 1.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to use my Delton pheromones now. The character excretes a natural aphrodisiac pheromone whenever they attempt a task using presence to influence an attracted creature, which you did say presence. They gain 1 bonus d20. However, they also increase the complication range by 2, as the effect can be distracting or lead to unwanted consequences.
Okay, so
I'd like to turn on the old Rizal charm here and say, oh, go on, Captain.
you mean the razzle dazzle?
The razzle dazzle, yeah. I'm turning on the razzle dazzle.
That's actually what it is. So 2 things here. 1, what makes you think he's attracted? He is, but don't worry about it.
Okay. He's an
2.
afraid
It's true. They are a very horny race. So you are going to increase your complication range
Yes.
by 2 because it can lead to distraction or unwanted consequences. And I would say that if your captain realizes that you're trying to use your pheromones to sway he will get very, very annoyed.
Okay.
So you're welcome to try it.
I will try.
But be
I will
aware
try.
of what might happen.
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm rolling 3d20, get the bonus 1 there. My range is 15. My presence and command is 15, so I need to roll anything
pretty
under
good.
15. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've got a strong presence and I'm first officer. I've got a lot of command, so this is right up my alley. So I'm going to roll my 3 dice now. I got a 10, 7, and a 5 as 3 successes.
Damn, nice. All right,
Yeah,
fair
so-
enough.
Alright.
In fact, that's actually 10, 7, and 5. That would not... what's your command?
Oh no, that's 4. Yeah, so I get 4 successes because my command is 5. Yeah, so that's
All right,
What was the
Echo, if
difficulty?
you'd like to roll.
Did you say difficulty
It was
3?
3.
Nice. So that's
Yeah.
1 extra momentum.
So now you're rolling for momentum.
Yeah.
Okay, and sorry, what does difficulty mean again specifically?
So difficulty is the number of successes you have to hit in order to succeed the
have
roll.
to hit. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you hit over
I-
that, then you get momentum.
Yeah. I've played this before, but I usually just had you explain it. Like, just roll, and
Yeah,
I'll tell
totally.
you what happened after
Yeah.
you roll. Yeah, but I want.
Oh yeah, we were doing it super compressed in an hour. Don't worry about it.
So I'm rolling 1, and I'm gonna go with my presence command because that's
Your higher roll.
anything up to 12 is
Mhm.
success for me.
Okay.
4.
A 4. Cool. So in which
Nice.
case that's 2 points of momentum.
Nice. 5
And
momentum.
your use of your pheromones goes unnoticed by the captain, and he finds your proposal attractive. Even it's interesting. It's just such a he was very opposed, and now he's suddenly not.
Weird.
All right, he's gonna order
Look
the
into my eyes,
multi-vector
look into
attack
my eyes, not
mode.
around my eyes.
No,
You're
oh
under.
god. All right, I'm next roll you have. I'm upping your difficulty for a little Britain reference. I'm not doing that. I ain't about that life. All right. So, would you like to give the order? Would you like to tell Mr. Archer to initiate multi-vector attack mode?
Billy, split us apart, please.
Multi-vector assault mode activating.
And you're going to press a little bit of buttons.
In my head, I've got the Thunderbirds theme just going ahead, like.
I mean, that's basically what's happening. Yeah. All
I'm
right.
hearing Go-Go Power Rangers.
So I'm now flying 3 ships, aren't I?
I think you kind of are. Yeah. Yeah. No. With your 3 hands.
Yeah.
Noted 3 hands, Billy Archer. All right. So you have come out of
That's what they
warp
call it
right
at the
into-
academy.
I don't want to know what
nickname.
Billy did to get that nickname.
He
All
must
right.
be related to Eric's.
Clearly. All right. Yeah, so you come out swinging. Well, not swinging. You're out in firing phases yet. I'm sure you'll find a way to convince the captain to do so. And you are doing a quick, agile, tactical sweep of the system. And I will tell you exactly what you find. So, first things first, your normal astrological scan of Dranankos reveals that it is a Class T brown dwarf. The magenta substellar object has only a single planet in orbit. Files on record note that it is a very stable brown dwarf with an average surface temperature of 940 Kelvin, but its sensor readings are terribly erratic. The brown dwarf's temperature is written to 11,000 K, and it is unleashing strong bursts of X-ray radiation throughout the system. All right.
Interesting.
And now that you are in the system, I will tell you that due to the amount of X-ray radiation being given off by the brown dwarf, some of the deeper scans that you're more likely going to want to do will be a bit more challenging than usual to perform. So, do you want to give the research base itself a scan?
Sure.
Definitely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
do it.
All right. Who would like to give me a reason plus science task with a difficulty of 1? Bjorn, this seems like something up your alley.
I have a 13.
I have a 15.
Ooh, I see.
Sounds like Nifty's the winner.
Thaco, hit us.
All right. So that's how many dice? How do I know how many dice I'm doing?
Always 2.
So you're always
It's always
doing
two,
2
it's
at
always
least.
2. That's
Always.
right. That's,
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
We've
yeah,
got
so it's
loads
always
of
2.
momentum if you
Difficulty
want
of
to
1. Yeah.
2 9s.
Sell.
2
Sell.
successes.
Ooh, so you're actually capped on momentum now, aren't you?
Nice.
Yeah, so momentum does have a upper limit of 6. I will not allow you to exceed that, so start spending it. Honestly, start spending it. Okay. So, this is the fun part. So, Thaco, you do your scan. You filter out all that X-ray radiation. And there are life readings. But I'm going to say that you do your initial scan, and you get a number of 24. Then there's a weird sensor glitch. You get 47. Then you get another sensor glitch, and the computer decides, no, it's actually 942.
Interesting. Curious.
Main power is down. Solar shields are still engaged at maximum, which will prevent the use of transporters. In addition, the base has minimal life support, and everything appears to be functioning off batteries.
Sorry, was that scan of the station with the life forms? I thought that was... Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I thought that was the
Station.
planet, but okay.
Oh, so that's the amount of life forms on the station.
Yeah, it's glitching
Yes,
out.
but
Okay.
the users can't seem to pin down an exact number, and the range is quite wild.
Can we do a scan of the surrounding area?
Should we do the obligatory hail of the station and get our no answer first?
Yep, if you want to do that.
Mr. Bryn, hail, please.
Hailing frequencies open.
And I'm going to give you the obligatory warp 2 seconds and no reply.
As expected.
Question. If Thaco can sing the entire Tiny Little Life Form song, will you reveal an additional piece of information for us?
Hold on while I Google that.
That gives me time to think about what I'd be able to tell you.
I like to think that I'm leaning over the back of the station that's given all the readings, and I'm doing the kind of the Riker lean over, very close and personal over the left cheek, and sort of getting a bit too
Is
close.
that safe with your pheromones?
Because, well, probably not, but because this entire episode is in 4:3, I have to get very close to everyone. Otherwise, I'm not going to be in shot.
All right, you know what? I'll allow it. Nifty, if you are willing to sing Tiny Little Life Forms, I will give you an extra bit of information.
All right. One moment. I'm actually going to.
Well, while
No.
you're doing that, can we now determine if the shuttles are still there in the shuttle bay, or if there are any additional ships there? Or does that
I will
require
tell
an
you.
additional scan?
Nah, this will be included in the overall scan. The main shuttle bay on the night side of the base is open, and one of its craft is missing.
We'll do this in a bit once Thaco's done his song, but I would like to scan the planet as well.
I want to scan for the warp trail of the shuttle, as well.
Yeah. There's a few things we need to investigate here.
The shuttle bay open to space, or is it still?
It's open to space.
It's closed.
It's not been repressurized.
That's not good.
And I will tell you straight away that if you try and scan for the warp trail of the shuttle, it is completely blanketed out by the X-ray radiation. There is no way of discerning it.
Someone needs to turn that off.
Yeah, totally needs to turn the X-rays off.
Are our shields protecting us from this radiation?
Yeah, you have top of the line Utopia Planitia shields. Those things can take a broadside from a Dominion battlecruiser. You're completely fine with a bit of X-rays.
Did this ship
good,
serve in the
I don't
war?
want to see what's in my guts right now.
The Prometheus class would have served in the war.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
this
totally
has
would have
been
done.
this has been in firefights before, so okay, that's fine.
Just not this ship.
Yeah, just not this one.
We're like 2 weeks out of dry dock.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Still,
so we're
it's
fresh.
still new car scent.
It's a little
Yeah,
tree
no,
hanging
you're
above
still
the dash.
wearing in your chairs. You're getting your butt groove.
Haven't taken the little plastic wrapper off the consoles yet.
When you leave that on for a reason, you know. Thaco, how you doing? Un momento.
He's currently listening to it, trying to remember the words.
He's matching the tone and the pitch. He's like,
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't able to get the audio on my laptop. I had to then pull it up on my phone. So.
Okay.
Life form. Tiny little life forms. Precious little life forms.
Perfect. All right. In which case, I will tell you that your scan of the station reveals that the damage that has been done to it appears to have been caused from the inside, possibly through the use of a mining charge. There is no sign of external damage, Cardassian or otherwise.
Okay.
So something's definitely.
Why do they
going
have
on
mining
inside?
turrets?
Yeah, why do they have mining tools? As part of the surveying of the planet, maybe?
Yeah, that would be the reason. And to be fair, with standard Starfleet materials, it wouldn't be hard to make up a makeshift mining charge.
Because I'm the kind of
Especially if they have an O'Brien aboard.
because I'm the kind of officer that just likes to make sure everything's in line before we beam down into the unknown. Can we scan the planet as well? Just
You
get all
mean
our
the
ducks in a row.
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it's a tidally locked planet, and there is nothing significant about it. Would you like to scan the brown dwarf?
Yes,
All right, that
and
will
also
be
the sun as well.
Oh my god.
Is he one of the crew?
Anyway, see
All
you
right.
guys next week. Idle's not here anymore.
crazy. I don't know. We can't get a signal. It's strange. So that will be a reason plus science task with a difficulty of 3.
Science man, scan that sun, please.
Still just have a 13 too. Same as before.
You
Please-
can assist if you like, Dash.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, what's the roll?
It is reason plus science with a difficulty of 3.
Please spend
we
some
should
Oh, that's
time
right,
while
I'm
you
the
have
guy
buy
with
looks.
momentum.
Yeah.
I'm the
Buy
guy
some
with the
momentum.
15. Yeah, but you can go.
Yeah.
You can go.
No, you
Well, you can assist if you like.
You go. I'll assist. means
Oh,
I
you'll
get to
assist
roll
me.
one
Okay.
dice to help you. And you
Okay.
should buy some momentum.
Yeah, buy
At
one.
least, at least one, maybe two.
I will buy. I'll do one. So okay, difficulty you said 3. So we want to pass.
Difficulty 3.
Yeah. So if I add 1,
Yeah.
that gives us 4 rolls.
Yeah.
We have so much momentum. Let's buy 2. Let's buy 2.
Okay, that's another 2.
All
So
right.
that'll
Does everyone
take us
agree?
down to 3.
Everyone agree? Yeah.
By
Yeah.
the way,
Yeah.
buying dice with momentum increases cost 1, 2, and 3 for each additional
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah,
That
Just
is
so you
good
know.
to know.
We're down to
Let's
we're
still
down to
do
3 now, so we still got plenty. We've only halved our.
And
thing,
now,
Yeah. We can make some back.
Now that being said, I will say one thing. Before you go on your mission, you will have the opportunity to pick up non-standard pieces of equipment, which will cost momentum.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
just buy one.
So just keep that in
one.
mind.
Yeah.
One.
Let's do just
Alright.
1. I should also
You
buy
roll-
real dice like you did today, Genos.
Yeah, nice. You
Support your
so you
local
roll
game
3,
store.
I'll roll 1.
Okay.
I would suggest then we try to keep a bank of 5 momentum so that all 5 of us can choose an equipment piece of our choosing.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
Good
Alright.
call. Okay, so I'm going ahead with 3 rolls, and I'm rolling for 15. So I've got some good. I got a good feeling about this.
You got juice. And Dash, you're assisting, yes?
I
Yep.
got 2 successes.
Okay.
I just got 0. Sorry, I got a 15.
Mm,
We stink.
okay.
Mostly me.
All right. So, in which case, I will say that you're unable to filter out the extraneous X-ray radiation, and the dwarf appears to be acting strangely, but you can't make head or tail of it. You might be able to discern more information from the station itself.
Behaving strangely how?
Well, that would be a question for a science officer if you had one. But it appears you're unable to interpret the information due to the amount of X-ray radiation in the system.
I think we got to get boots on the ground.
I think
Platonic
it's
and
time we
otherwise.
get onto the station.
Yeah.
Would you like a damage report as well?
Oh yeah, that might be helpful.
Yeah.
You said there was mining
that'd
damage,
be-
wasn't there?
Yes, but if you want a more detailed idea of what's going on inside, I can give you that. For a control plus engineering task with a difficulty of 1.
Control engineering. I have 13 on that.
Not me. I have 11.
Control engineering, I have 12.
That might be
12.
me then. What have you got, Billy?
I've got 11 for control and 4 for engineering.
That was probably you
Okay,
then.
it should be you then.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Well, that's definitely you, though. Yeah, that's
And,
a good roll.
So, okay, so what am I doing? Rolling to
Who had the 12? Can they
2d20,
assist?
yes.
2d20.
Yeah, absolutely, you may assist.
Who had the 12?
I don't think I did very well. I got a 5 and a 1.
Oh, that actually
That's really good.
That's 3 successes.
Oh, is it?
That's
I thought it
incredible.
was-
We're max. We're
No,
max.
that's 3 successes.
All right, no need.
William has
well, no,
a
you know-
talent for understatement.
You know what, Genos?
Did I do good?
Roll your dice. Roll that
All right.
dice.
3.
All right. So, in which case, I'm going to allow you to keep 3 momentum, and you'll be able to use it only. You aren't going to be able to add it to your banked pool, but I will let you use it on equipment for the away mission.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's very
I keep that in
magnanimous.
mind. So, I'm going to allow it because I think you're going to want to go suited and booted because it might be shifty over there. It's not going to be great. So yeah, you have max momentum and 3 points like that are allowed to spend on equipment only.
We're cashing in our loyalty points at the store here. That's pretty cool.
A little bit. Yeah.
Can you tell us, are we going to be paying 1 point of momentum each for the equipment, or what?
So it depends on what you want to take because they have different opportunity costs.
Our prices. Okay.
Yeah, let me look up exactly what they are. If I, can
I
click
feel
on-
like we're hitting up the general store on the Oregon Trail before we go for the
Pretty
Green
much
River.
like that, yeah.
I definitely want
Yeah, a
extra
little bit.
oxygen.
Yeah, because your standard equipment, as you'll probably notice on your
Yeah.
sheets, is a comm badge, your uniform, and a Type 1 phaser. Like, it's not, like your pretty standard away team kit. Other equipment that you can bring with you includes. I had a list of this.
Granola
Higher
bar.
grade weaponry, such as phaser rifles, body armor, EV suits, engineering tools, medical devices, or transport pattern enhancers.
I'd like to probably recommend some EV suits.
I feel like we want the
I don't
pattern
need
enhancer
one.
too.
No, that's true. We've got the one person that needs them, so
Excellent.
we need at least 4 EV suits.
We could send Nifty over before anyone else goes.
Will
over.
the
Bad idea. That should be
Nifty can
standard
be the
procedure.
Gary in the coal mine.
Yeah.
Will the radiation screw with his mobile emitter, and we gonna lose him halfway through?
Let's hope so.
Well, that's
That
a
would be
chance.
telling, wouldn't it? That would be telling.
Only on
get a-
weekends where I can't join the session. Then
Can we get
that's
a tiny? Can we get a little itty bitty EV suit for the mobile emitter specifically?
No, I'm
That's
not going to allow
amazing.
that. But I love the idea of it. It's just a little romper. All right. But first off, your damage report is ready, if you'd
Oh.
like it.
Hold on, we're
Yes.
shopping.
Do I want the EV suit in pink or blue? So the base has taken extensive internal damage, and one of the tram lines between the two halves of the base has taken heavy damage to the point of inoperability. There is a fire contained in said tram line, and emergency bulkheads will hold for no longer than 24 hours.
Oh, so we're on a timer. EV suits
So
definitely.
there's two trams between the two halves. Like,
Yes, there are two trams, but it appears that the actual line itself is damaged between the two halves. Because one thing I didn't mention was that the base is located on both sides of the planet. The majority of the structure is on the night side, which includes housing, recreation, and operations areas, including the shuttle bay. That's where you'd probably want to land. And the day side contains the research labs. 2 surface tubes just under 5 kilometers long connect the two halves by a trans system, so you don't really want to walk.
It sounds like we're going to need those transport pattern enhancers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would
are
listen
there
to your tactical
Starfleet
officer on that.
issue like razor scooters we can get?
No, I'm afraid not.
Quick segue.
I just lost you guys.
Does the ship have an Argo?
It does not. I refuse to dignify the Argo. I do not dignify the Argo.
I would
Talk
like...
amongst yourself while we wait for Nifty to come back.
Nifty's just in a permanent state of bemusedness now.
It's just like...
Someone should take a screenshot of that real quick.
I would like to take a detronal scanner. The advances in molecular and atomic scanning, as well as computer power, allow the development of a handheld genetic analysis device such as a detronal scanner. It allows people to scan the skin and deep layers of tissues of humanoids to perform analysis of their genome. I feel like I took that the last mission, actually. We did. I love
That
using-
is actually quite handy.
Yeah.
What is the opportunity cost on that? If you wouldn't mind telling us?
Opportunity 1, so that'll just be 1. I feel like if we do come across any members of the crew, we should find out what specifically is going on.
Okay, so where do I see what equipment we can take?
If you just kind of ask me generally, what I can tell you what you can.
Since I'm the only one, I don't know if anyone else has medicine. Is there can I bring a med kit with standard medical stuff?
So what I would advise you guys is just write down what you want, and we're going to calculate all the momentum and make sure you get it added to your sheet so that you can remind me, because I am not going to be keeping track of all your equipment. You have to guys have to do that, and you have to. You are more than allowed to fight me for using it to get you an advantage.
I feel like since there is a
will.
hostile atmosphere over there, EV suits shouldn't have a momentum cost, because this should be part of the standard away mission thing here. So we've got an atmosphere that is going to be compromised within 24 hours. We don't want to be stuck in that unprotected.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Okay,
It does actually
thank
say in the rulebook that you're allowed to ignore the opportunity cost.
Okay,
Is
fantastic.
there gravity on board the station?
There is, but there are parts of it where the gravity plating is offline.
Yeah, but
So-
don't the EV suits come with the magnetic boots
Yeah,
anyway?
yeah.
So
They do. They are the first contact
I
style
was-
EV boots.
I was wondering about a Spock-style jetpack to get through the tram line.
I wonder if that's a thing.
Well, we're
sure we can work it
jetpacking
out.
through fire. It's on fire.
Oh yeah, anti-grav. There is actually an anti-grav if you want it.
We can say
nice.
that's a
So
jetpack.
I missed some of that chat there. You all
Apologies
froze for
for
me.
that.
I don't know if I froze for you.
a little bit. Yeah.
You froze. Yeah.
It was beautiful, Nifty.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeno sent me a
It is
screenshot
beautiful.
of me, but
It was
so
beautiful.
I don't need an EV suit at all. Of course, now you guys have them for free. Do we want some? Sorry if this was said. Do we want 1 or 2 people to get body armor, since we have no clue what we're facing?
Is
Which I
auto-
also don't need. I
or,
imagine.
party that maybe doesn't require it necessarily, but our weaker
Ooh,
members
yeah.
maybe should have one.
or Otto and I can be the ones that
Yeah, I'd say Bjorn's probably
climb out of the
quite
trenches first.
packed anyway. He's like, he is his own body
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah, let's get the human and the Deltan, and maybe the Tellarate should get the body armor.
Body armor has a opportunity cost of 1, so it'll be 1 momentum each, and you'll also have to pay me a point of threat for each
Oh
one.
shit.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
I think
How
the
much
EV suits
protection
like
do the EV suits give
Yeah.
us from damage?
So,
A little extra.
environmental suit will give you 1, and body armor will give you 2.
yeah. I think the one will
And
probably
don't
be
stack.
okay. I think adding body armor and an EV suit is probably going to add to like a complication later on where we're just a bit like overbalanced and we'll fall over comically.
Has anyone taken a rifle?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
those of us that are more security oriented should probably get rifles.
Yeah, do that.
Beyond, do you want a
My
rifle? Do you want a big gun?
My fists are registered as lethal weapons, so I'll be good.
Yeah, so what if you need to
Lethal weapon
fist
1,
someone from
lethal
far away?
weapon 2.
Don't
I
ask
mean,
him what
I'm
lethal weapon
looking-
3 is.
No, that's Eric's.
I'm just a pilot.
Billy's-
and
it's
there's nothing to
Billy's
fly
third
over
hand.
there. I could take a
I'm
rifle
looking
over,
through
check
the
this
list
out.
of equipment, and I see retractable staff, machete, retractable sword. They have like everything on this. Phaser
Oh,
knife.
yeah.
What
absolutely.
Everything's
Phaser
retractable.
knife. Oh, I want one of them.
They're like knife wrench. Knife wrench.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, Billy Archer, if you would like to bring a phaser rifle and do your good old ancestor proud by shooting the first alien you see, you absolutely may.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We need one of us to have a decent phaser rifle.
Just for hilarity, can I bring a knife wrench?
You may bring a knife wrench. Keep in mind, however, bringing a phaser rifle is opportunity cost 1, escalation 2.
Yeah, this man,
So-
he will
You
spend
get
it.
2 threats.
Yeah.
I will use it.
Just give them the
Escalation,
threat.
if you
Give
would.
them the threat.
Could you
I have a
describe,
question. Oh, sorry.
Could
Otto,
you
go first.
explain what escalation means?
So escalation basically means that if you're rocking up in phaser rifles and body armor, you're looking for a fight, essentially. And the way the system works is, if you're looking for a fight, you're going to get a fight. Ergo, I get threat, which is meant to represent the general stakes of things going on. So
Makes sense.
escalation 2 would mean I get 2 points of escalation for the introduction of phaser rifles. It's not for every single one. You would just be phaser rifle, cool, 2 threat, and then you can each have one as many as you want, as many momentum you've got.
Question: do force fields protect against damage from fires?
I believe they do. Yeah, personal force
Yeah,
fields.
they do in that
yeah.
episode with Nella Darren. They,
Okay.
she didn't get burned to a
Because
crisp.
you said the bulkheads containing the fire would fail shortly, so I think taking a personal force field might be prudent.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll allow that.
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
have two questions.
absolutely hit me.
Did you say one of the things was pattern enhancers?
Pattern
Yeah, let's
enhancers
take
are
those.
absolutely a viable thing.
Can we take
And-
2
and-
sets in
and
case we have to
what-
split up?
I was gonna say, would the pattern enhancers? So currently we can't transport down. Would the pattern enhancers
We
solve
cannot.
that?
No. Yes, they would.
okay. so-
Okay. Yeah.
Are the
Yeah, so- okay,
transporters
so
on the
go across
station
the show.
working?
Oh,
Sorry,
good point though. Transport on the station.
Yeah, the transporters on the station.
You
working?
would be able to go pad to pad if you can get the transporters on board the station and online.
Okay, so we're
Okay,
going to
that's-
do some
that's
repairs while we're
Okay,
over there.
so I am an engineer with focuses in both jury rigging, and this is not an innuendo, but backdoors. So I can break my way into any of their systems, probably. My second question was going to be, you said I think one of the things available was engineering tools. What does that
Yes.
mean?
So you'd obviously
Does
have
the
your
fact that I
standard
can
tool.
Sorry, does the fact that I can jury rig basically nullify the engineering tools?
So you obviously would have a standard engineering toolkit, just like your standard tool case. In terms of other engineering tools, there is a list of them here. Let me see. You can have a chronometer, a mass spectrometer, a plasma torch, a portable electron microscope.
All galaxy items.
It's true, I think, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been farming those. We're fine.
All All right, are we done shopping,
Let's get
or
some
do
gear
we
together.
think
Yeah,
more?
let's start wrapping this up because this will be shopping the episode otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
who all wants phaser rifles? Is it just Archer, or do you guys want some others?
I'll stick to my phaser, normal phaser for now.
Okay.
Let the security men do
Maybe
their job.
anything.
In which case, Idle, would you care to give me a 2 points of threat and spend 1 point of momentum?
Okie dokie. I'm not counting threat on screen. I'm going to assume you are tracking that, but I am tracking momentum, so
I wasn't, but now I am.
you should be.
All right, what have we decided to take so far?
Well,
Sorry, I can
so
step away
far,
and take care of the dogs.
Mr. Billy Archer wants himself a phaser rifle, as he well should. You're all getting EV suits for free because the opportunity cost is ignored. There's no reason you wouldn't be taking them. I believe, Idle, you wanted a detronal scanner?
The channel scanner, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 1 momentum cost down.
I get a med kit.
Yeah, you would have... Oh, yeah, you're a counselor, so you wouldn't actually have a med kit as standard.
Yeah, I would just have to, psychoanalyze people.
Do you have medical
but
training?
I'd like to be able to. Yeah.
I would say that because on this away team, you are the most senior medical person here. You would be required to bring, per protocol, a med kit and be the on-field medic for this away mission.
Or, if you like, I can actually assign you a triage nurse from the sickbay who will come and assist you.
Ooh. What's her name?
Her? That's how outmoded of an attitude. His name is Nurse McCoy, actually. As
No, it's not Helen Noel.
There's
okay.
5 guys on the mission already.
Yes, and guess what? I'm gay. That's the way it's going to happen.
All right. Fine.
Nurse
We're just
McCoy.
fulfilling one of your sick fantasies, aren't we?
You're already in the outfits.
He's never played with this many men at once before. This is fantastic.
Yes, if you want, I have stats for a triage nurse if you would prefer that rather than
Yes.
relying on your counselor.
We need some cannon fodder, so that'll be great.
Yes, I would like the nurse, whatever gender.
Can I
this person
requisition a
might
nurse
be.
as well? Can we all have personal assistants?
You know, my
You're
back
not
is
having
starting
a
to tighten
PA.
up a little bit.
Yeah.
I have a smaller emergency hologram that follows me around.
And do they have themselves a smaller emergency hologram that follows them around?
It's just holograms all the way down.
It's just nesting dolls.
Yeah.
They're Cardassian
Okay.
nesting dolls.
All right. Do,
All
do
right,
we
let's
have
get on this
the
station, come on.
transport enhancers?
Yeah. So
Sorry,
in
was that
seriousness,
Arcos?
do we want? I don't think we wanted to do the transport, the pattern enhancer, because we can. I'll attempt to repair the
Okay.
transporter.
Since,
Yeah,
since the docking bay's currently open,
Hmm.
can we not just fly a shuttle? We're in EV.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do, I
Can
think.
we just not fly?
Yeah, that's the plan. It's like the
Exactly,
captain wants you
exactly.
to fly a shuttle in there.
And
Are
I
our
wanted to bring
tricorders
a
like standard issue ones?
Yeah, it'd be standard issue. Sorry, what's that,
Okay.
Auto?
Sorry.
I'd like to bring a personal force field as well.
Yes, so that would be 1 momentum,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that would be another 2 points of threat to me.
So we've got a personal force field. Okay, that's a good idea.
I am at 15 threat. Thank you all. All
Alright,
right.
we're suited and booted. Let's go. Dab says bring
All right.
the whole ship in.
All right. So the 3
It'd be
parts
like,
of
like the
the
rowboat going through the door of the bar. Dan knows what I'm talking about.
perfect. All right. Yeah. So yes. So yeah, you're gonna get a standard Starfleet triage nurse. I can give you them their Nurse McCoy's stats in a moment if you would prefer them. In fact, you know what, Dash? I'm going to give you their stats, and you're going to be in charge of Nurse McCoy and making sure that they are doing their good work because they're going to be technically your subordinate.
And the bonus, you can also roleplay them as well.
Awesome.
There we go.
I'll do my southern accent. I assume there's
They're from Illinois, but sure.
Illinois is
Oh, the Illinois
Midwestern.
McCoys.
It kind of sounds southern.
Yeah, the Illinois McCoys,
Hey.
absolutely.
It sounds not at all Southern. I say this as I live with someone with a slight Chicago accent.
Well, by the time we get to the 2380, Illinois has shifted somewhat south.
Continental drift in America, yeah.
No, World War III made sure that Illinois sounded a bit more southern. It was one of the more pronounced effects of the war, but you know.
All right, let's get on this shuttle.
Good pun. I like that pun.
Billy, fly us over.
All right. Yeah, Zinni Alex is going to see you guys off, and you're going to be in your. Let's say it's a. It's going to be a nice, roomy Class 2 shuttle.
Oh, what's his name?
Yeah.
What does he name his shuttles after?
That's a thought.
Is that up
It's going to
to
be called Sassaf. Yeah, it's up to the captain. It's going to be called the Sassafras.
The Sassafras.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it's going to take a Gorn to pronounce that name? Come on.
Yes.
Can it be called haberdashery?
No, his shuttles are named after deciduous trees.
Okay. You froze him with an interest in human horticulture.
There you go.
Awesome. Okay.
Perfect. All right, so let's pilot the Sassafras over. Mr. Archer, you would need to give me a con task. It's probably going to be the only one you're going to get to roll this entire adventure. I don't do a lot of con in my adventures. Now, landing without damage will require a control plus con task with a difficulty of 3.
What?
So three dice.
For an experienced shuttle pilot? For the helmsman of the ship?
Into a damaged, depressurized shuttle bay, yes.
That's easy. There's no gravity. You can just float it in there. Come on.
Idle.
All right.
You know what? You're right. Let me make it a difficulty
Someone
4.
So I'm rolling
Yeah.
3 dice, yeah?
You're rolling 2 dice, and you need to hit 3 successes.
So you'll need to spend
if
some
someone
momentum.
else, if anyone else has a con worth their salt, they can assist, or you can spend momentum for. What's your momentum now?
We have 4 momentum.
4.
I think we don't want to crash
so-
the shuttle.
Let's not crash
Yeah,
the shuttle.
my con is only 1.
Should we
So
spend
I'm
a
not
momentum
your
quite a
man.
dice?
It's what plus con stars?
My control con is 13. I think I might be able to assist
That's a good
here.
one, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
there were
good.
2 ahead of
Trouble
me.
Sean.
Mine's 15, actually. I'm not a bad pilot, apparently. So I could probably assist.
Yeah. Yeah, you should help
All right, I'll assist.
co-pilot the
All right, so Cranky, if you'd like to roll your 2 dice, and
Yeah.
Mr. Idle, if you would mind rolling a 1.
I got a 4.
Ooh.
So
I got a
full
6
success.
and a 17.
We're gonna hit something, aren't we?
Let me just double check something. You didn't spend momentum, did you?
No, we
No.
didn't.
No.
No, you didn't.
And we've already
Yeah,
rolled.
that would have been a.
Yeah, we should have
Because
done
you had a talent that would have allowed you to re-roll that d20.
I was just reading that, but I didn't want to slow things down. I thought
Yeah.
that's something
Oh, you know what? I just remember something. The shuttle should be rolling as well.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't help
so
us out too much here, Stars.
I'm trying to be fair so that when I,
I don't know. I
fuck you
kind of
later,
like
you
the
can't
hilarity
complain.
of us like thrashing this shuttle through this empty cargo bay.
Oh, don't worry. The shuttle has absolutely garbage stats. I'm
Lovely.
sure it'll go wrong.
Hold on. Wait, hold on.
Voyager
Is
ship,
it-
wasn't it?
Is there piano in the shuttle bay?
No, there's no piano in the shuttle bay.
Is this a Tom Paris modified shuttle and it's only got joysticks, so Billy Archer doesn't naturally know how to pilot this? It's not a good.
No, it's a standard Starfleet shuttle, you animal.
It's a Prometheus shuttle, so it splits up into 3 pieces.
Oh, good point.
I don't think.
Yeah,
we
but it
want
doesn't
to
do
split
it.
into
Surely
pieces.
hit the loading bay.
No, wait, hold
Yeah, the
on.
problem. It splits into 3 pieces, but none of them have air. That's the problem.
We're in EV suits. We're fine.
Yeah.
It's one of those square root things. So the shuttle's split into 9 parts, and then the escape pod's into 81 parts.
Each with a tiny thacker in
Alright.
each bit driving it.
The tiniest tobacco. All right. If someone wouldn't mind rolling me the shuttle's roll, which will be con plus engines, it's a 6. So that's your target
Oh,
number.
God.
Roll me a 1. Roll me 1 dice.
Someone,
Roll-
who's lucky?
6.
You know what?
Yeah.
Auto. Yeah, Auto hasn't rolled a dice yet.
Oh yeah, okay.
Roll some
What am I rolling?
You're rolling. You're rolling a single d20 for me, and I will let you know if you succeed or fail.
9.
Nope. All right.
Way to go, Archer.
Put my seatbelt on.
Coming in
Damn it,
hard.
Billy.
All right. All right.
Did you say you were
so
a
on
pilot?
approach, he did his best. Okay, he did his best.
I'll put that on his
So-
performance report.
Not good enough. Damn it! Not good enough.
You don't remember
It's
his
at this
name.
point where I wish I had Shy's ability to
Oh,
make
yeah.
it look like I'm flying the shuttle.
We all have to shake at the same.
Yeah. So you guys are on approach, and Billy, you're finding it extremely hard to pilot through the sheer amount of X-ray radiation that's just pouring off of the dwarf. It's throwing off all your navigational sensors, and to your credit, you're actually doing a pretty decent job. But the further and closer you get to the station, the more of that radiation comes into effect. And quite unfortunately, it knocks out your port nacelle and you lose power. So you go in for a hard crash, and to your credit, you kind of turn into it. And the worst that happens is that the shuttle is not quite totaled, but it's not going to be operable for a long period of time. By the time you get this thing finished, that fire and the bulkheads in the tram line are long going to have dissipated and broken to pieces.
You broke
we
our.
bring
I can
those
buff
transport
that out.
enhancers with us?
I can buff that out.
You
We didn't
broke our.
crash into their remaining shuttle, though, did we?
Oh, there is a remaining shuttle.
Oh,
isn't
that's
there?
true.
You're assuming it still works.
That's true. And also
Nifty.
the
Get on
other other casualty is our hood ornament of a nodding Mayweather is broken and no longer nods.
Oh no!
Yeah, that was Archer's nodding Mayweather. It was his good luck charm. Didn't work, but it's still a good luck charm. So yeah, you guys take a few bumps, a few knocks. In fact, you know what? Just for fun.
Oh no.
You're
I
gonna
would
have to
like
spend
to-
some threat for this.
Fine, I've got plenty. I'm going to spend 2 threat to make you all roll me
Oh no.
control plus con difficulty 2 to determine if you take any damage from the landing.
Okay.
Well, this is my worst roll possible. Thank you.
Perfect. Perfect.
This is
Just
two dice.
one dice or two.
No, 2 dice.
Standard.
2 dice is standard.
I have
roll.
one
Standard-
success.
standard two, Yep.
One success.
One success.
Can I use
All right.
my focus in fast reading to read the situation and react
No.
accordingly? No.
Nope.
Alright, I got 2
And I use my
Control
focus
con.
in
12.
geology because this is a rocky landing.
No.
I got a 20 and a 1.
Oh god.
I failed and succeeded at bracing myself at the same time.
I got 6 and 12.
What's your... Is that 2 successes?
Yeah, that's a yes.
Alright, so, Billy, you're doing just fine. Your seatbelt is on, you know how to take a landing. You're like, oh, well, that was a bit bracing, but I'm alright. How are you guys? Yeah.
Is there any way I can use my focus in power systems to help myself out here?
No, I'm afraid. If you were piloting, maybe, but you weren't.
Okay. In that case, I have already rolled. I rolled a 20 and a 6, so I got one success, but fuck.
What do you get?
2 successes.
Perfect. You land on cat-like Vulcan Gorn feet.
Oh, that's a weird mental image.
Yes, and also Nurse McCoy had 2 failures.
Oh no.
No successes.
Ooh. They're already regretting coming on this mission with you. Alright. Oh, my stars and garters. Okay. Let's say...
You said it.
Yeah, it's a thing. So let's say Nurse McCoy is going to take 1 stress. And you... Jonas, what did you roll? You rolled 1 success?
I had 1 success.
I'll say you're going to take a slight bump on the head. It's going to be 1 stress. Idle, I'm going to say that you managed to brace yourself and you didn't take any damage. But unfortunately, you did that by landing right into Thaco and smashing his mobile emitter into the windscreen of the shuttle. And... Yeah. Oh, no. And you're going to take 4 stress. And I'm going to add a trait of damaged mobile emitter, which may come into play later.
Is he still operating? Are you okay there, Thaco? Are you fading in and out like Rimmer's light bee or something?
Well,
That's the best time to lag, by the way.
oh, that wasn't lag. That was acting.
Oh, okay.
Acting.
He's just that good.
He's just that good. All right. But yeah, you're operational, but yeah, your mobile mirror's got a bit of a crack in it. That's going to have to get fixed when you get back on the Hierophant. Or if you can find some engineering tools on
Hey,
board
hold
the
on.
station that's still working.
Can we say that his ethical subroutines are no longer functioning?
Ooh.
I kind of want to see what happens.
So I'm just a tad more piratey than I already would have.
I was going to say, he's already a pirate. Does he even have these ethical subroutines?
Fair point.
I do have, and I mean, I have focuses in power systems, hollow programming, experimental technology, jury rigging. I'll fix myself somehow.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Yeah, if you can find your way to an engineering lab or somewhere with like appropriate tools, I'd say you'll be alright to fix yourself up. But for the moment, any kind of stray radiation burst or interference could potentially knock you offline. And so all of you will need to take note of how much stress you've taken. So it was 4 for Nifty, and I believe it was 1 for Genos, and none for Auto or Archer, and 0 for
One
Idle.
for McCoy. One for McCoy.
One for McCoy.
I help her
yes,
to her
absolutely.
feet.
Also?
I help her up.
Is all our equipment intact that we bought?
All of your equipment is thankfully intact, and none of your EV suits are damaged, thankfully.
Nice.
Okay, I have a question.
Hit me.
Gameplay question. So we have our character sheets, which happens to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24 slots for stress.
Yes.
And its default, it's half filled.
Yes.
Is that so? It should be half filled from the start, and I have just taken 2 more stress.
So the way it works is every box that is ticked is essentially a point of damage that you have taken, but obviously you have a maximum, and the maximum is ridiculous. Like, the maximum is if you're like a Klingon with the human resolute trait that gets you +3 stress, and you just absurdly min-max it, and that's how you get like 24 stress or whatever. But you have like a maximum of like 15 or whatever. That's usually the standard for a character. It's determined by, I believe, your fitness plus your security. I think that would determine your health.
Oh,
essentially.
okay. So 9 plus 3, so I have a max of 12.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
you've
why I have 12
taken
boxes
4
then.
stress.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay,
So
so
now
sorry,
you
this is
would
telling
count 4.
This is telling me I have a max of 12, but really I should be counting that I have 4 of 12 taken.
Yeah, so what we would do on the sheet is you would hit bot, and fill 4 boxes, and the more boxes that you fill is the less health you have.
Yeah, or in my uncheck boxes, showing me how much I have left.
Essentially, yeah, exactly, yeah, totally.
Okay, cool.
It's a bit of an odd
Thank
system
you.
because it's a bit backwards, but yeah.
To put this in a metaphor, if you were a Prometheus ship, one of your 3 parts would be damaged and inoperable, and you have 2 left.
That's a good metaphor,
Thank
actually.
The math checks out wonderfully.
Good job, Otto.
All right, so what a wonderful landing. How would you like to proceed? Commander Razzle 10, would you like to tell your security officer to go first?
Yes, let's please, Mr. Bjorn, head out and let's have a look around. Everyone, follow the Volgorn and Thaco. So sorry about that. And I sort of like just dust you off and check your emitter and just go. Maybe you don't need to take point. Just hang back a little bit, and we'll see if we can find something to fix you up. I'm very guilty about this. I don't feel very proud of myself, although maybe I give a little bit of a scornful look at Billy Archer and go, "What the hell are you doing?" This is going on your performance review.
SpaghettiOs.
Question: Can we traverse the tram line by foot? While the
You
bulkhead
can, but
is
it's a
still
5-kilometer like thing. You're not going to make that in time.
It's a big station.
Are you kidding me? I'm a
Well, we
fucking
needed the
born
razor
hybrid. Of
scooters.
course I will.
Please define how much time. Does anyone have a focus in track and field?
Jack and Field.
I don't.
Keep in mind that the tram line is depressurized. It's
fire,
open to
right?
space and on fire.
But we have
Bring an
EV suits,
anti-grav
right?
unit.
Yeah.
Did we
Sorry?
bring an anti-grav jetpack?
I don't know if you actually did.
No, we just talked about it. Okay.
Yeah, I think you just talked about it. Because you wanted a Spock jetpack, but I don't believe you actually took one. And not to mention, if you're going to be in like 0 gravity, I don't think you want to be. You're not going to be moving very fast. We saw how fast they moved in First Contact. They were not going quick.
How does the
Bjorn.
EV suit accommodate Gorn tails?
Very well,
You
thank
have a
you.
custom one.
Okay.
Looking good.
I would assume that they are good enough to have made you a custom ED suit, so you can have it how you would like. Would you like it to be tucked down into your leg, or would you like it to be like free hanging in a
This is turning into a Silence of the Lambs situation here.
You asked the question, I can only answer.
Okay, so you said the other side is a research lab. What all is on this side of the base?
So on the side of the base that you have landed on, it is housing, recreation, and operations areas, including the shuttle bay you just landed in.
Should we go to housing first, see if there's anyone left?
Or would you like to check out the shuttle bay first? Because you have not actually left the shuttle.
What was it? Housing, recreation, and operations? Did you say?
Yeah.
So wouldn't we want to go to ops first?
I think that's a wise move.
Let's leave the shuttle and maybe try to turn on the air and repressurize the shuttle bay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, leave the shuttle. Check out the area in which we've already landed. Because as Stars has pointed out, we actually don't really know what's going on in the area we just landed, so we should probably be situationally aware. And then, do we want to, whatever our ability to do so, scan again? At least for life forms nearby. I realize
I have
on hand we can't scan far, but
I have a command
Try to get
decision to make.
internal
I have a
sensors working.
command decision to make. Okay. Myself and Bjorn Gornson will head in the direction of the tram line and start heading towards operations. The rest of you stay here and scan, try and repressurize, and figure out something around here while we head to ops and find out what's going on there.
Do we want to assess the shuttle that's on the station, the remaining shuttle, and see if it's
that's a good idea.
Okay.
Because if we need to make a quick exit, we now cannot at this moment. We don't know. We are dead.
So what do your science folks are for?
Alright, so what do you guys want to do first?
Do the shuttle bay stuff first.
Okay.
let's. Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
We'll plod on. We'll plod on. We'll start moving.
Alright, so you guys are going to pop the back of the shuttlecraft. It's a little bit of a... Bjorn has to put his shoulder into it to really get it going, because it's a little bit wedged thanks to the esteemed Mr. Archer. And the instant that the door drops, it becomes incredibly clear that there was a lot of fighting going on in this shuttle bay. There's a lot of phaser fire marks. There are a few exploded barrels, probably holding some kind of flammable fuel. Possibly a few plasma fires, which have since gone out due to it being depressurized. And most tragically of all, there is a dead ensign with a phaser burn to his face lying near the door.
Ms. McCoy, identify, please.
This man is dead.
Dead Jim.
Dead Jim.
Keep telling me that's not my name.
It's Tim. Who's dead, Tim?
He's dead, Russell.
And I keep telling you that's standard Starfleet protocol. You are Jim now.
You have to find the nearest gym. All right, who would like to give the ensign a quick scan?
What are we rolling?
Well, I think Genos is more medical.
Yeah, I'm gonna make McCoy. I'll have McCoy do it. I think. What's
Perfect,
the rule?
It'll be control plus medicine with a difficulty of 2.
Control medicine. Okay. And can Dash assist as well?
Absolutely, I would insist upon it. In fact.
Okay, so control and medicine. That's a 12.
That is 12.
Yeah. All right. What is that? 10 and a 6. And Dash gets 1 die, which is a 9. And control medicine for him is a 15, so 3 success.
Excellent. Add yourself a point of momentum. All right.
Yay. So,
while the ensign may have died from a phaser set to kill, there was something else seriously wrong with him before he was killed. It appears that there was some kind of puncture wound on his back, and his nervous system has undergone severe damage and almost some kind of transformation.
Transformation. Can I scan him with the detronal scanner? Should we do that?
We left.
We went off.
You're gone.
I've handed that to Dash. Dash has my detronal scanner.
Did they actually leave, or did we just theoretically have them leave?
I'll leave that to the GM. That's my plan.
We talked about it. But we hadn't left the shuttle yet, so.
I'm
flashback.
going to allow fluid, like,
Okay.
movement of characters
Flashback,
here. Until it
flashback
becomes
to
relevant, you're
moments
all...
after the crash, I address Dash, and I'm like, please, before I pass, I think I'm dying. Before I pass, please take my family's detronal scanner. I want you to have it, and then you take it, and then I realize I'm
Thank you,
fine.
sir.
There we go. Yeah,
It's an honor.
So you have my
Yeah,
detronal
okay,
scanner.
perfect. Alright, in which case, I'm gonna have to ask you to roll a deeper scan for more of information. Normally, I would
go
make this...
deeper.
Yes, gonna go deeper. Normally, I'd make this a difficulty 4. However, due to the use of a detronal scanner, I'm gonna knock that down to a 3. And this
Alright.
is going to be a reason plus medicine difficulty 3, yeah.
All right, Reason Med for Dash is 14, and Reason Med is a 13 for McCoy. So can Dash do it with 1 point of momentum and have the nurse assist?
Absolutely.
All right, so... All right, we got a 4 and a 6, so 2 success.
Mhm.
Oh wait, I need one more for... I only have 3 dice. And a 9, so 3 success. And for McCoy, gets a 4, so 4 success.
Excellent. Another point of momentum. Are you capped out now again?
I think we will be.
I just used 1.
So I think
You
we're
used 1, so it came through.
Yeah.
We're up to
And
5.
that
Yeah,
was a
we're-
3, so we're net 0 from this roll. All right, what have we found out?
All right.
Alright, let me just get you the thing. Where was the information? Okie doke. Let's see. Yes, there are foreign cells located all throughout the ensign's nervous system, especially clustered around the puncture wound on the back of his neck. There's a slimy residue there as well. Yes, a puncture wound.
2?
The nervous system
Puncture
is actually starting to... No, so there's the one on
Not
the back of his
vampires,
neck. No, not
okay.
not vampires.
So conspiracy
Space.
bugs.
Although you
Vampire.
give me... Yeah. If they were smart, they would have put a second puncture wound to make you think it was vampires.
Space
We're on
vampires.
zero momentum now. I thought we were on 5.
Oh no, sorry. My counter went wrong. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you for finding
Um,
Don't know what happened there.
Yeah, so yeah, there are foreign cells clustered all around his nervous system, especially around the puncture wound, with a slimy residue. The nervous system is actually starting to break down and degrade, and these cells themselves are starting to form a cyst around the wound site. It appears to be made out of nervous system cells that are undergoing some kind of metamorphosis. So it's turning... Some foreign entity is trying to turn this nervous system into a driving force. Any more detail than that, you're going to need an actual medical bay.
Is there any way I can cross-reference with anything on like a medical tricorder that I or McCoy would have, or is that too limited as far as its database?
McCoy would have one, I think, wouldn't they? Wouldn't she?
I have a talent in being a walking encyclopedia. I may be of help here.
I believe Walking Encyclopedia just gives you a focus, am I correct? Yes, you just gain a focus. So that would help you if you were doing the role, but yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
It's an out-of-date encyclopedia.
I'm glad you used that sparingly. That made that hit good. I will go ahead and say that while normally you would be able to cross-reference immediately with a Starfleet database and compare and contrast these cells, at the moment, because the station's computer is offline and you do not have direct communications access with the Hierophant, you are not able to do that cross-reference check at the moment.
Is there a terminal in the shuttle bay we can get to?
Red alarm!
Thank you, Cheesy Boy 12312 for following. Thank you.
There is a terminal, however, there is no power.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Can
should
we
we
use
check
Doc's
out
mobile
the
emitter
shuttle?
to power it?
Yeah,
yeah, good idea.
can I try to power that up?
Is the mobile
If you wish
emitter not
to try.
broken at the moment?
No, the mobile emitter is damaged. I will say that, it is getting a limited amount of power off of batteries. If you want to restore power, you're probably going to have to make your way to operations or at the very least engineering all the fusion reactors.
Should we check out the shuttle now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to
existing
require... Yes, the existing Starbase shuttle. Give me...
What's it called?
It is called Angstrom Shuttle number 3.
I
Apologies.
thought they only had 2.
Yeah, that's what it's weird. That's what's weird.
No, the
Wait.
plot thickens.
This is a mystery
Yeah,
now.
that's what weird. Yeah, they they had more, and then they don't. It's weird.
Voyager
Quantum shuttle?
shuttlecraft number 85.
Keep on. If you, what you don't realize is that if you do a scan of the planet from this range, you'll see just a graveyard of shuttles just all across them. Just like 55 shuttles just crashed. It's so weird. They keep on fleeing them at the planet. It's such a weird.
It's like Mumbo number 5 precludes the existence of Mumbos number 1 through 4.
It's true, absolutely. Give me, you know what? Yeah, reason plus engineering difficulty 2 to assess the shuttle.
I've got 16. So
That's got to be you.
tells me,
Yeah.
something tells me it's me.
Archer, you may wish to assist.
Yeah, because it's difficulty 2, so we might want a tad help.
Yeah.
Momentum.
Okay.
Always open.
My,
Yeah,
my
spend a
reason
momentum.
was
We're probably
terrible.
gonna win it back. Yeah, there we go. Spend a momentum. We'll probably win it back.
Got to spend money to make money.
True. More chance of rolling 2
Two
applications too.
Yeah, 2 successes,
Okay.
so we're good. And then the extra roll.
So I've got to roll one, have I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
10.
And what was your target number?
For what?
Reason plus engineering.
Reason plus engineering. We've got
Yeah.
9 reason and 4 engineering.
Okay, yeah.
as
So
long
you
as
got
it's more than
success.
1, we're good.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you do a quick assessment of the shuttle, and it appears that it was destroyed by phaser fire in an attempt to stop anyone from leaving. This is an intentional damage. That being said, it was mostly done in a hurry. Like maybe it was a case of someone was trying to leave and they were trying to hurriedly stop them. And there's only enough surface damage that you could probably salvage the pieces from this and fix your existing shuttle, or take parts from either one of them and create some kind of Franken shuttle, whatever you like.
That sounds
Okay.
like my bread and butter, so we can do that at some point if we need to.
Let's
We
make
want to do
all-
it now.
Ideally, we don't want to let Billy shuttle us anywhere, so let's get the shuttle. Let's get the station going so we can transport
Wow.
back instead.
Yeah.
He has
Okay.
one job on this stupid ship. It's stupid, but he's gonna do it.
So we agree that we're not going to do anything to the shuttles yet, but we have that's our like
capability, yeah.
our emergency.
I think we need
Is,
to get to ops and assess the situation
Yeah.
from ops.
Let's
See
see
how
what
easy it
team-
is to get the
team 2
base.
is doing.
See if it's easier to get the base online or to get the shuttle online.
All right.
Which means,
so,
should we go to ops or should we go to engineering?
Okay, let's
They
go back to
told
my
us
original.
stay here. Should we contact them?
You three,
So,
we'll go back to the original plan. You three go to engineering. Me and Bjorn will go to operations because you guys are the more fixy kind of people. I'll take Nurse McCoy as well. We'll 3 and 3.
All right.
You just
McCoy
put
is
a bit
going with
McCoy
the
with it,
with the Volgorn and the Delton.
Yeah, we're gonna have a party.
okay, look.
Idol's getting
So-
eggs laid in him.
That's my jam, man.
All right.
As long as this isn't McCoy.
That would be unfortunate. I wouldn't be happy about that. They're just an innocent little triage nurse. All right. Let's go for. Okay. Well, you know what? What would be the easiest way to do this? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So all of you are gonna leave the shuttle bay, I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going in different directions? Yeah. Okay. So with main power down and the main computer also down, there's not a lot to be learned from just the sounds in the shuttle bay as I established. There is, thankfully, a simple base diagram posted next to the door leading out of the bay. The floor you're currently on contains mostly storage space, but you have access to the Jeffries tubes that connects the floors of the base. The second floor contains the mess hall, crew quarters and medical, while the third floor contains main operations. The third floor also connects to engineering, transit, and life support, all of which are currently
Okay.
sealed off by emergency bulkheads.
Okay.
Due to the sheer amount of structural damage done to the base, and sealing off by bulkheads or exposure to space, it will likely prove exceedingly difficult to get to operations other than by direct emergency access through medical.
Okay. So you said operations and engineering are linked. Are they also? Is engineering also linked through medical?
Yes. So yeah.
Okay, so that precludes the way we have to go. Can we?
Guess we
Yeah.
gotta
So you
stick
got
together.
medical, operations, and engineering are kind of clustered and linked to
Yeah.
each other.
Can we take the body we found to medical? It feels like we could do. You said we needed a med bay to do a deeper scan. Should we take the body to medical? Dash and McCoy can do a scanneroo on it and get some useful info.
If you feel like dragging a body all the way,
You know I
Well,
do.
let's have the hologram area. I'm sure that the hologram has like infinite lifting power because it's.
a hologram, not calling by his name or anything.
I forgot his name off the top of my head. Sorry,
Oh, those guns! Oh my god!
Mr.
I don't need a
Mr.
phaser
Hologram, please.
rifle, baby.
Hold on,
Alright,
can you kiss those for me?
Well, that also tells you what you need to know my character and how he feels about holograms.
Dash Brin's a racist. Got it.
I missed all of that. I was too busy watching Nifty.
Valid. You should have been doing that, frankly.
I understand.
All right. You know what? I'll also let you know that while you may have this body here, I will also, it's not a particularly good specimen due to the amount of time it's been exposed to space and radiation. So
Can we maybe
you can
find
bring it with
another
you
one
if
on
you
the way?
want.
Find another
Oh,
body
don't worry.
closer
Yeah.
to the.
We'll find some
Well,
bodies.
Maybe we take this one for now, and if you find a better one, we'll trade up.
That's a good idea.
Did we establish time of death?
Time of death would have been about 3 days ago.
Okay. If it's
Can we
was
scan for life forms on the station now that we're on the station and get
Not
a
a bad
better
idea, yeah.
read
Yes.
than what we had on from the ship?
But would it be just with our tricorder, since I'm sure internal sensors are down?
Internal sensors are down, but I would like to do a tricorder scan.
All right.
Let's do a tricorder
roll.
scan.
science man.
All right. Science one. Let's go for. This would be, since you're filtering out a lot of radiation and internal damage and phase of fire and all this kind of stuff, I'll say it's going to be control plus science, difficulty 3.
Oof.
If you want to get anything useful out of the scan.
Control science.
I have a 14.
I have a 16 in
I
there.
only have an. Okay, so you two probably work together here.
Okay.
Yeah, I could assist you.
Okay.
First
Yeah,
officer.
I'll roll. What did you say
Mine is
difficulty was?
13.
Difficulty 3.
3. Okay, let's buy a dice. Let's make this. Let's pop that
Good
in.
idea.
Well, if it's control,
Anybody have a focus? Do either of you have a focus that would help here?
I have a focus in exobiology.
No.
I feel that's appropriate.
I would allow that to be
Yeah.
applicable focus. Cranky, you were saying something?
don't I get? Hold on. I need to read everything each time. If I roll on con, which is what this is, isn't it?
No, this is control for science.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ignore me.
I will never ignore you, Cranky. You're lovely.
Okay.
You bought one, right?
So I've got 3 dice. You've got 1. My focus is in exobiology. We are. What was this? Sorry, control and science. So that's anything with a 4.
Yep.
I'll get to. So let me roll for this. I got an 18. So no, and 2 6s. No, sorry, that's a 6 and a
Nice.
9.
Pretty good.
Nice. Sorry, 2 6 and a 9.
Nice.
Passes, but, so I got 2 successes.
0.
Okay, so yeah.
All right.
only the
Got
2.
an
In which
19.
case, yeah, indeterminate. It's still flickering between the low number, slightly higher number, and then 947. It's
Okay.
still incredibly indeterminate.
Can
Oh,
I
shit.
can I somehow do a late help and like tinker with the device to make sure it's not just flickering?
Is there
I'm
anything
gonna say
else we can
no.
determine from the scan?
Bro, you gotta fix your own mobile emitter first before you worry about anyone else's.
True.
Yeah. You're a third dead.
Cranky, did you say something, or was I
Is
mishearing?
there anything else that we can determine from the scan beyond just life reading, life form reading?
What will I say? Let me have a look at my notes and see if I can determine what I can tell you without giving the game away.
So just the shuttle bay and then the tram line were depressurized. What about the rest of the 2 structures?
Everywhere else appears has minimal life support for the moment.
Okay.
Okie doke.
So
I
it could
will
be not-
say that you are getting an erratic and Dorian life sign in the direction of the mess hall.
And Dorian.
Oh,
Hmm.
let's go get some food.
Twitching antenna, maybe?
Fading Andorian life sign.
It's erratic, I should know.
Where
It's
is
very...
Where's the mess hall in relation to the route medical through to operations and engineering?
So it's
Level
connected to crew quarters and medical.
Okay.
That's not
Okay,
far.
so that's on our way anyway. So let's head that way. We'll
Yeah.
drag the body with us, and we will sensitively drag the body with us, and we'll get that analysed and med, and maybe we can have a look at this Andorian life sign.
Alrighty. Okay, so if you go into the mess hall
Hold
first...
on. One second, Stars. As we walk away, my mobile emitter flickers out as I step away for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. Someone's going to catch you and put you in their pocket for now.
Wait,
He's in
hold
the
on, then.
He's in the teller.
If
Bag
he's
that I
not
have.
carrying the body, does that mean I have to?
Yes.
I'll do it.
You are the
Elevates are
muscles.
very solidly
I have the
built,
muscles,
so I will carry it.
Okay.
Me and McCoy.
All right, you
No-
carry
no
the body,
laying
and then I'll carry you, Dash.
Okay, perfect.
That's perfect. Stack it, cowboy. Okie doke. So we're heading toward the mess hall. Now, on your way here, it becomes clear that while this is a fairly standard Starfleet research base, you've seen these corridors a million times. This has gone through the ringer. Everything is lit by flashing red emergency lights, if it's lit at all. Shadows are just going nuts due to various electrical fires or misfiring circuits or lighting elements that are halfway broken. There's also a really strange squelching noise coming from the ventilation. And you're not quite sure if it's like some kind of broken bioneural circuitry, if there's just some kind of cough germ that's like stuck up in there that's congealed. It doesn't make you feel good to be in these halls. It feels a little bit claustrophobic, and there is a heavy... You're all wearing EV suits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to allow yourself to smell, or are you filtering out smell?
I think we would be filtering. That would be a sort of common procedure if we're entering a hostile, toxic
Okay.
atmosphere in an EV suit. We wouldn't be just going, beef, you know.
Fair enough. Well, I'll let you know that if you did, you would be smelling a lot of death and a lot of ozone right now.
Okay.
Is this the upside down?
A little bit of the upside down.
Is it
Squelching.
we're getting, you say we're getting the feeling of death? Is this something that's coming through our brains as like a fear response that's being triggered, or is this just general kind of aptitude of like, oh god, something bad has happened there? Are we being influenced somehow?
It's a little bit of both here. You're not being
Right.
influenced, I would say.
Okay.
It's more just a case of intuition. Your gut feeling
Right,
is that
okay.
this is not a safe, good place to be.
Have we
Do any of you
seen
have
any more
Dominion War
bodies?
experience? Not yet.
Yes.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
got Dominion War experience.
so
that would
My
one.
character was on the Odyssey when it was
Oh wow.
in the battle
Absolutely.
against the Jem'Hadar,
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So like
and that's where I lost my tusk.
that's where you lost your tusk. So I'm going to go ahead and say that your artificial tusk is like you got a weird psychosomatic kind of throb, like almost like you can feel it, even though it's just a tusk. You shouldn't be able to feel that.
Phantom tusk.
Phantom tusk. A man without a tusk.
You had a whole holodeck adventure with Vic Fontaine about it, but yeah.
Yeah. And I'll say, especially Dash, because you've got a background in like post-traumatic stress and the dealing with it. You're looking at sort of like the patterns of behavior that would have led to this like kind of generalized destruction, and you can see that there was a lot of phaser fire, but also a lot of running, a lot of people knocking things over in like a hurry to get out. You would have seen that on the Odyssey, people rushing to escape pods. And you guys are all trained Starfleet officers. You're trained to do with like, emergency response, medical, and you can tell something real fucking bad's gone down here.
All right, we need
Not
to
any more
find this
bodies?
erratic Andorian life sign.
Yeah, let's do that.
You do?
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, so the mess hall has been barricaded. It's a very hasty barricade, a lot of like storage crates and various like pieces of metal. Bjorn, would you like to break that barricade down?
Yes, with a flying scissor kick.
Absolutely. Give me
Can you
a...
not like swing your tail and smash it down with your tail?
Oh, yeah, do it, Godzilla.
So
Um,
it does occur to me that my tail would be poking out of the back of the suit, kind of like Barf in Spaceballs.
yes,
So,
absolutely.
all right.
It's a weapon. It's a valid weapon. Give me daring plus security difficulty 2.
Buy dice if you
Okay.
want.
Nope, 2 successes.
Oh, fair enough.
He's just built
Atta
different.
boy.
I'm built for that, dude.
I didn't even give
right.
the order either. You just went barreling into. Okay, that's fine.
But the GM told me to do it.
True.
It's like saying I had a
Guess
message
what?
from God.
If you weren't giving him orders, why weren't you giving him orders?
Didn't get a
That's
chance. He just barrel rolled in and just broke everything.
A
That's
real
my
commander
gun,
gives
son.
himself a chance. That's your
Barrel
call.
roll.
Excellent. All right. So, Willow, are you doing it with your tail, or are you doing this as a kick?
Kick.
All right. Yeah, you do
Where's
a
the
splendid scissor kick, and it's like it falls apart like the car in Street Fighter. You know, when you're doing the bonus stage, it flies apart like that. And it explodes outwards, and you see a incredibly bloody and kind of body stacked mess hall. There appear to have been a lot of science staff who were maybe having lunch here. The room itself is in absolute disarray, with tables and benches knocked over and tossed aside to create hasty cover from what appears to have been a lot of phaser fire. And there's an odd squelching noise that you've been hearing all through like the hallways, but it's especially acute in here. It's loud, it's unpleasant, it sounds alive, but not in a way that your mammalian kind of senses or approve of. Obviously, Thaco, you're like, weird organics.
I was gonna say, can I filter this shit out? Yeah.
Shoot.
Shoot what? Shoot the noise?
Yeah.
Does
All right.
does Otto's character have any enhanced hearing from his 2 different races that he can hear better than the rest of us?
I think perhaps the commanding officer should announce our presence and ask if there's anyone conscious enough to liaise with.
I do that. No. I stride into the room, say, thank you, Bjorn, and like,
I don't
anyone
rules
here?
for that.
Yes. Yeah, no, I stride in and try and ask, is anyone here? Is anyone alive down here? We detected your life sign. Please, we are from Starfleet. We are here to help.
All right. So from the flickering lights of what would have been the kitchen, or essentially the replimat, a person, it appears to be a person, it is moving, and it's writhing in between the light and the shadow. It's in obvious pain, whatever it is, and it's only by the glimpse of the antenna that you realize this is the Andorian. This is the erratic life sign that you're getting. Although, if that's life, you're not sure if you want that for anyone. There appears to be a flat, irregular disc on his back, which detaches and then just whisks away into the ventilation shaft. And honestly, you'd probably want to snap
scan that. Well, no, snap scan that. Can someone who's in a position to give me a
Quick time event?
Yeah, quick time event.
Guess what? I'm going to go ahead and say that you do not have time. There is no time in this quick time because the scientist is going to charge at you with a crude club.
Oh, okay.
Stun immediately. We can do that, I assume.
Bjorn rugby
Absolutely. So that would
He
be
has a phaser rifle.
Hold on, who's he charging at?
He's going to be charging at Razzle Tem.
Okay, I'm just gonna say to him, as like, you may have an army, I have a Bjorn. And I want to do like a side tackle, like Hulk style.
Who has got the highest daring here? I believe, who would it be?
11.
7.
11.
9.
11 as well.
Nope.
All right. Well, in which case, I'm going to go ahead and say that Bjorn, you were probably like at least second in the door. It's Starfleet protocol that you would follow after your commanding officer and make sure that they're safe.
Door.
Yeah, the door. Yeah. What would you like to do? How are you going to attack? How are you going to protect your commanding officer? Are you going to go in for a melee strike? Are you going to go for a phaser? What are you going to do? How much do you love your commanding officer? How much do you adore him?
Well, wave those Delta pheromones out a little bit.
I'm wafting.
I don't know. Should I just roll for what to defend him from the attacker?
How would you like to do it? Would you do it with your fists, or would you do it with your phaser? What would
no, I
come
don't have
naturally to your
I don't have a
Angstrom?
phaser, so I would. Well, it's a club. It's a simple.
Who's
melee
got the
weapon.
phaser rifle?
I would
who's got
attempt
the
to
phaser
disarm him. I think
Oh.
Is he even in the room yet?
badass Billy does.
Yeah. The thing is that daring is essentially your response time. So whoever has the highest daring would go first.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with Bjorn because
Oh,
it
are
just
we?
makes the most sense
Are we
right now.
entering combat? Is that it?
You're in kind of combat because he's not in much of a state to give you a problem. I'm kind of just determining whether or not you're gonna leave him alive or not. Trying to gauge your response here because he's not having a great time.
I'm a gentle giant, so
Okay.
I'm
are
more
you gonna do?
interested in defense and offense.
Okay.
I would try to disarm the club.
Using melee strike, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a daring plus security difficulty 1.
Buta says do the Vulcan nerve
One
pinch, but I
success.
think a Vulcan nerve pinch from a Gorm would just like crush his head.
That's technically a nerve. It's technically a
Probably.
pinch.
One success.
1 success. All right. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and say that you managed to disarm him, and you pull that club out of his hands. He is holding onto that thing tight. He's like cracking the club. But the instant he does so, he kind of just starts to frenzy and start like swinging wildly. And I'm going to go. So who had the next highest daring? So
I
Bjorn had
also
11?
I also have 11.
Yeah.
I'm right behind him with my also 11.
Billy, what have you got on a daring?
9.
9. Okay, fair enough. All right, so Thaco, how would you like to approach this? This guy is like swinging wildly, and while you can obviously change your photonic density so it doesn't affect you, that's not the same for everyone else. There could be some potential damage going around here. How are you going to deal with this?
So to game question here. So my values like don't come into play anymore. My values have simply determined extra stats elsewhere, right?
No. So values are essentially the guiding statements of your character, and
Right,
if
right,
you
right,
wish,
right.
you have 1 point of determination as standard. Everyone has that for every session. And you can spend that to, if you can convince me that you have an applicable value to the situation or the action that you want to do, you will get a dice added to your pool that automatically rolls a natural 1 and gives you 2 successes.
Okay. It might be a stretch, I agree. I do have. Please state the nature of the engineering emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Convince
me.
Yeah. I'm welcome to other voices on the convincing here.
To subdue a crazy man, or what?
Yeah, like if this is like of the security emergency, this is an easy sell. But it's an engineering emergency. But how do I somehow like quickly on the spot engineer this sudden emergency to I guess not disable.
If you were constructing some kind of trap to stop him,
Form some sort of rudimentary lathe.
Rudimentary lathe,
Yes.
perhaps.
yeah, absolutely, some kind of lathe.
Kind of whittling or
Okay,
something?
no, I got this then. It's an engineering emergency, and I am excellent at jury rigging in the first place.
Mhm.
So, but
Okay.
those two things, I just quickly, very quickly, using whatever is scattered around this clearly messy room with all sorts of supplies for a mind like mine, to just like grab the assailant by his feet, let's say, drag him down, and just like a what are they call the bolo thing? Basically, like I get him around. I get him around the
a
ankles.
lasso?
No, the things in
The
like
string
movies
with
and
the
stuff.
ball on each end, and then it
Oh,
wraps around their feet. And
Pretty much,
you
I
wanna-
get him around the feet and drag him down, with my quick handy dandy engineering solution, and then he's already unarmed thanks to Bjorn there, and so he just
so
goes
he
down
wants to
hard.
form a rudimentary bolo and
Yes,
throw it
actually.
at the guy and have it land.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll allow it. Do you want to spend a point of determination because they are incredibly hard to earn back? So, do you think it's worth it to spend it on this? I'm
we
actually
can,
going to allow you. I'll allow it, but it's just if you want to spend it because these are precious points.
If we
So-
can restrain this guy, we can figure out what's going on. Maybe.
It's not
Yeah,
my
so
show.
I was gonna say, the only other thing I think I would be really good at using my determination for is my gotta fix it all value. If we really need to,
Fix the shuttle and get the hell out of here.
If
The
it's like a
shuttle
difficulty
or,
4 or 5 roll to do either of those things, or to
Yeah.
get power back, you might want that determination for that.
or getting engineering systems online, et cetera, et cetera.
Maybe you should just hit him in the head and see if you can knock him out that way.
Okay, now hold on. I don't have to use my value here. I can.
You don't
just
have to, no.
I can just jury rig this bolo
Oh,
thing
absolutely,
that I'm
absolutely.
throwing at him.
Yeah, totally.
Well, what's the difficulty going to be on this?
Yeah.
So, in order to construct
considering, I'm gonna convince you here, GM. I'm gonna convince you before. Considering that,
You sound like
Considering
me.
that-
tabletop
I
experience.
considering that I have the exact same daring as the first man in the door, I shouldn't be that much more difficult than him, right? Like this, we're basically tied anyway.
I grabbed his club, I didn't form a rudimentary bolo and throw it at him from across the room.
That's why I'm using a focus. That's why I'm using a focus to do so.
Okay. I'm gonna say this would be a daring plus engineering task difficulty 3. I'm gonna be kind.
Okay.
That is pretty
Okay,
kind.
thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
You're
You're welcome.
plus
You're welcome,
engineering.
Victorian orphan.
I would like
Thank
to
you, sir.
assist. I'd like to assist by trying to hold the deranged man in place to make the throw.
I'll
easier.
absolutely allow that. I'll absolutely allow that. Yeah.
So because I've used a focus, I get 3 dice.
So
No.
the focus determines the critical range. So it changes it from you need to land a 1 to get 2 successes to anything in your engineering discipline will give you a
Right,
critical
right.
success.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
that
have
being
2
said-
dice.
You have 2 dice. You can buy additional ones if you want.
So what's the difference between me buying additional and auto helping me?
So auto can give you a free 1 dice for free. Like that's because it's a case of
Oh, free-
the
oh,
GM says,
yeah.
that's free. You have to pay for that dice on momentum. But the thing is with assistance is I have to determine whether or not it's like it makes sense. And
Okay.
the fact that Auto just kind of wants to grapple with him in a action means that I'll absolutely allow that assist. If, like, say, Genos wanted to do that when he's like not even in the door quite yet, I would say no. But in this
Okay,
instance,
so
I'll allow it.
currently, I get my base 2. He is
One more.
naturally helping me in a totally understandable way. So it's 1 free
Absolutely.
dice. So we have 3 dice on a difficulty 3.
Mhm.
With our 4 momentum, do you guys agree? I'm gonna
Take
spend
it.
1 just to make sure.
We-
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
we need to get this guy down and out and figure out
Yeah.
if we can maybe scan him and
In the words
Maybe
of
talk to him.
Slippy the Frog, get this guy off me.
Incidentally,
I'm
for Auto, you do not have to roll. For Auto, does not have to roll daring and engineering. He can roll, I would say,
Daring
control.
security.
Yeah, daring and security makes sense to me totally because it's a different thing that you're doing to assist. But yeah, Nifty, you're doing daring plus engineering.
Okay, I have 3 successes.
Ooh, spicy.
Good, because I did not succeed.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say that this crazed Andorian, thank you, this crazed Andorian manages to bop you on the nose a little bit beyond.
Are we in combat?
Kind of in combat. He's not much
Okay,
of a
'cause
threat, but it's kind of combat.
I have a talent that whenever I assist another character during combat, the assisted gains 1 bonus momentum if they succeed, which they did.
Ooh. I'd say that counts.
Ooh, that's handy. I'll absolutely, yeah, totally counts.
Yes.
Absolutely, give yourself a bonus momentum. Perfect. Well played, sir. Well played. Okay, so in which case you're gonna what? You're gonna construct it out of like all these like electroplasma cables and just like, cha, yeah.
Oh, yes. Naturally.
Yeah. Do you have a catchphrase?
Bolo's away.
I want this bolo to go now.
I want to go now. All right, perfect. In which case, you throw it, you get him around the ankles, and he just drops. He is down. He hits his head on the way down, and it's
Oh,
a
God.
bit of a hard knock, but he is alive, and he is
Okay.
well. He is unconscious, but he is
Protocol.
alive.
the spotters in the crowd and put him in concussion protocol.
Get the blue tent.
Oh boy, probably then. Yeah, he falls into unconsciousness almost immediately, but even while he is unconscious, his body is racked by convulsions of pain. Now, this might be a place for Dash or McCoy or both to assist.
Yeah, Nurse McCoy is chomping at the
Yeah,
bit.
we're gonna scan and figure out what's going on with this guy because he's still alive, not like the last one who was super dead for like 3 days. Can we
Yes.
scan him with our medical tricorders?
Absolutely. Give me a reason
Keep
plus
scan.
medicine task with a difficulty of 1.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Reason and medicine. That's 14 for me. And where is Nurse McCoy? Did reason and medicine?
Yes.
13. Okay, so Dash will do 2. McCoy will do 1. All right, 2 successes for Dash and failure for McCoy. So we get
What a
1 more.
useless nurse.
Well, she's only a nurse. Not like she-
Whoa,
you know,
whoa.
Lot of outmoded this ship. What the hell? Photonic ring system.
He's a Tellarite. Come
Oh,
on.
that's true. Yeah.
There's only 2 things in this world that I can't stand: people who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Tellarite. Damn it.
All right. What have we learned? What have we learned?
All right. So even though this esteemed Andorian scientist, you assume, is unconscious, the pain centers of his brain are very active. And you can confirm more. It's essentially identical almost to the process that was happening to the ensign in the shuttle bay, but not as far along. And obviously, they have not died, so the process is still undergoing. It's a nasty transformation, and you're not quite sure if it can be reversed just yet. You're going to need some kind of surgical bay if you are going to have any chance of reversing this and potentially saving this man's life.
Does the station not have a surgical bay?
Medical bay.
It will have a medical bay.
We haven't been there yet.
We're still
Not yet,
in the
yeah.
mess hall, aren't we? Of course.
Are there any other dead bodies or anything else in this mess hall other than everything being all busted up?
There's a lot of blood. No bodies here. He's the only person who was quite present. And I will
there
also say,
any-
since you...
Oh, are there
Give
any? Because I was gone for a little bit there. Are there any access panels? Something we could get even improve our situation in terms of systems, or do we still need to get to
Off an
engineering?
access panel and find a
shops?
torch.
Should we?
You'll have torches as standard, I would assume, as part of the 18 thing. What I will allow you to do is, if you want, I will allow you to prise off the access panel and give yourself some more light, if you want. That's the most I'll give you.
Check the ventilation shaft where that thing flew off that we only saw for a second and we weren't able to scan because the GM is mean.
Look, it was a high
He was nice
tension
to me.
environment.
He was nice to me.
Yeah, that's
forget
true.
That's all that matters, really.
Yeah.
I will
whatever
say
was-
that
whatever was
since
on
you
this guy went in there.
Yeah, I will say that since you rolled so well, I'm not going to make you roll for it. There's no sign of it. It flew off through the ventilation. You can still hear it, and it appears to be present but not nearby. And it's possible, like you're starting to connect the dots now, Dash, and you're consulting with McCoy, who seems a little bit frazzled, but they're with you. And it seems to be that the creatures that maybe driving these poor scientists might be related to the 947 life forms that you were reading from the ship.
Okay.
So that apparently erroneous reading might be more accurate than you thought.
Interesting.
I feel like we need to get the Andorian to the medical bay and try
Yeah.
and work out what it is that's going on with him.
Let's do that.
Yeah, there might be more. Potentially, could be more patients there, and the existing
Yeah.
medical staff. We could
Well,
actually.
yeah,
see
there's
if
gonna be-
There's a
they're
real
gonna-
doctor there.
They're going to have attempted to work out what was going on before things went wrong anyway, so there
Yeah.
might be more information already there.
And maybe we
Mr.
can.
Archer,
Maybe there's
you
an EMH.
deserve a little gold star because you are completely correct. There's no EMH. This station is too old for that. But Mr. Archer is
LMH?
correct. No LMH. What kind of
So-
budget you think Starfleet's got?
So you said something before about being able to pry off an access panel. What was that?
Yes, and you can give yourself a bit more light. That's the most you'll be able to do is improve
Oh,
the lighting
more light.
situation.
Don't we have like wrist lights or whatever?
You'll have built into the EV suit there will be lights.
Do we take any palm
No.
torch? Oh.
No,
Damn it.
I hate the palm
I mean-
torches with a vengeance.
I would say that given I have, again, the focus in jury rigging, and I also have pretty high stats on other things, I should probably just pry off that panel and get us more light in general.
Absolutely.
To give us some more
I'll tell you
information.
that. All right.
But
What's
then,
your
Otto,
momentum at
you were
right now,
going
by
to
the
say
way?
something?
We're at 4.
Otto?
Yeah, are these the fake vomit parasite things from Operation Annihilate that are super sensitive to light?
Does anyone have a moustache?
Possible.
Because I have noticed we're in low power everywhere, and blinding light did drive them out of the body.
You did say disc-like thing. Ooh.
That's right. They do fly away
we
very
couldn't
quickly
really
in that
see them.
episode.
What was the sound they made? They made a specific sound, didn't they? Sounded like...
Yeah, they do make like a warbling sort of. Oh my God, is this it, Stars? Did you seriously? Did I guess it?
Yeah, you guessed it.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yes, it all fell into place.
Initiate plastic vomit protocol.
You know
we
what?
gotta
I'll go
get
ahead
some
and
light.
say. Yeah.
We gotta
So-
get some light on these things.
Yeah.
That's why I offered.
Okay.
Because I was hoping one of you might work it out, and guess what? Auto, you get a gold star.
Can we just
But
turn
I
up
believe-
Thaco? Can we just shoot it? It's like a
I
walking
believe
light
it was
bulb.
like it was a
up my
specific level of
contrast.
infrared. I think that destroyed them.
But wait a
Yes.
minute. What about the X-rays? Are they can't be affected by the X-rays, can they?
No,
No.
X-ray radiation doesn't affect them.
No. Okay. We still need to go to the
I'm
med
at
bay.
loss because I don't remember that episode.
Hold on, so I still have yet to actually roll to turn these
Oh,
lights
sorry,
up,
yeah, sorry.
guys.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say that it's going to be a difficulty 1. It's not a particularly hard task for a engineering maestro such as yourself.
Which I already have a focus in jury rigging, so I get 3
Absolutely.
dice.
No.
No, you
That's
just
all
get
it's
two
a
dice.
higher crit.
The focus
Higher
is a few
crit range.
disciplines.
Sorry, what now?
So the focus increases your critical range, if you recall.
Right. Sorry. If only you told me this many times before.
I am a notably closed-lipped individual. I don't give away much. It's not your fault.
All right. So 2 dice.
Yes,
Oh, a 1 and an 8. A 1 and an 8.
Ooh.
Boom.
Okay. Momentum.
Boom.
you're maxed out momentum. Yeah.
Nice.
So in which case, I'm going to go ahead and say that all of the lights in the surrounding area, so the mess hall and the medical bay, and also storage and crew quarters, just comes right back up to standard
Nice.
lighting levels.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
Is
Is there anything else we can see now based on having more light?
You can see a lot more blood.
Is it multicolored
Uh,
blood
and
of
now-
different
blood?
species, or is it one color of blood?
Tons of different species. There's
Yeah.
green, there's blue, there's red, there's a few spots of you don't even want to know what it is.
someone
It's
killed a
possible it's maybe
unicorn
from
in
the parasites. Not the unicorn. And now you can especially Dash. I'm going to go ahead and say that you can start to see a pattern of. It's entirely possible that maybe some of these scientists were infected and some of them weren't, and that's possibly why there was a conflict here and a fight. Because you can recognize those from your experience in the Dominion War. All right. So you guys want
What
to
he
head to
said.
medical next?
I've told you all of this.
You have passed this on to your seasoned psychological insight has been passed on to your colleagues.
Yep.
And are we gonna just get the lyrics to the Technicolor Dreamcoat listing all the colors in the background here, all the blood we see?
It's in the Starfleet manual.
I'm going to be pointing it out as we walk
That's
by. Be like, oh,
red
that's
and orange and
Dorian,
yellow.
that's Vulcan, that's
And
human.
ochre and purple and green and
And white and etc. All right. So you guys want to head to medical next, yeah?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go.
All right.
Is it the next place over?
So I'm having a look at the map right now. Yeah, that'd be the next place. It's at the end of the floor, but you can always double back to storage and the crew quarters if you wish.
Okay.
I think you guys are most interested in medical bay right now, right?
Let's sort this guy out.
Also,
The fourth wall breaking of me figuring out what they are. Can we utilize that, or is that just we have to still figure out how to
you know
address
what?
them?
I think I want to give someone a chance to be a hero right now. And if I recall, Billy, you have a focus in Starfleet history.
Oh.
I think I do.
I'm going to give you the chance to roll to have your character recognize what these creatures are and
I
pass
know
it
what this
on.
is.
But
Okay.
you're struggling. You're like, I'm relatively new out of the academy. This all seems kind of familiar, but I can't quite place it. Something about a mustache. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna need a roll from you. I'm gonna want. I'm gonna go with insight and science, medicine, or command. I think would all be appropriate here.
So insight I'm on 9.
Mm-hmm.
Medicine I'm only on 1.
Mm-hmm.
Command 3. Science 2. So it's going to be insight command, isn't it?
Yes, I think that makes sense for trying to recall information.
He might be able to apply his value of ex astra scientia, would he not?
Yes, I'd allow that because that's all about like Starfleet and
Stars knowledge,
Starfleet Academy.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, do
But
you
that-
want to
and
use your
that's-
value here? Craig?
Yeah. Let's
That's
go for it.
Spence's determination, right?
That spends his determination and gives him an automatic 2 successes. This is going to be a difficulty 3 roll.
So
Okay.
I want
So
3
he would
dice.
just need to hit 1 otherwise.
Yeah, essentially.
So I've got to get 1 success out of 3 dice. Yeah.
If you're happy with spending that determination.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So sorry,
'Cause
sorry,
The
so-
determination. Yeah, the determination automatically adds 1 dice to your dice pool, and it
Right.
automatically rolls a 1. Yeah.
So you don't have
So
to
now
roll.
Frank is rolling the other 2. So, do you want to spend momentum here? You're capped out, if I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why
Cool, so
not?
you're rolling 3 dice. Go for it.
We need to know what's happening.
Roll them bones.
So I've got an 11, a 12, and a 3.
I'd say that.
Believe that's
Yeah.
3 successes, correct?
I think that is. Yeah.
It was insight plus command.
Insight command is 12.
Petition
yeah.
for spillover
Oh.
momentum.
No, but he also
Oh.
has the focus in Starfleet history, and his command is 3, so that would be a crit.
Man,
Yep,
that's
nice,
okay.
nice.
In which case, we're capped. You're absolutely capped.
I
And
made up for my shuttle accident earlier.
you have. Frankie, what does this look like for Billy? Like, how does this come to it? Like, he's racking his brain. This all seems familiar. What does the moment of epiphany feel like?
Aha!
Aha!
He suddenly builds up, and all you hear is.
Well, he's obviously he's got the knowledge there, and he's been trying to put the pieces together in his head, and it suddenly comes together in that moment.
Bad at flying,
And I
good at
imagine you
identifying
probably-
fake vomit.
Yeah, because I imagine you were probably pretty embarrassed by what happened with the shuttle, right? This must be a nice little ego boost after what happened in the
Yeah,
shuttle.
so yeah, I'm walking tall now. I'm proud of myself. I'm back in the game.
Russell Tim, do you
And,
have
I
any
will say
encouraging
that-
words?
Yes.
Oh, I was saying my intelligence reports on this are only going to be glowing because of the most recent thing.
They only remember the most recent thing you
Yes.
did.
I just turn to Billy and just say, well done. I had identified it earlier myself, but I was just, letting you come to the conclusion for your own commendation. Of course, this will go in your report. And yeah, I pick up a pad and make a note.
Very confident for a
so
human.
So the
Sometimes
first
the-
officer is just stealing the thunder of Bjorn over there, who is actually the one that determined it earlier on.
Yeah.
No, it was Billy Archer. It
I'm
wasn't
coming to the
me.
conclusion
William.
that Rizal Tem isn't actually a very nice person. I think it's how I'm going to. A little bit
kinda
of
works for me.
egotism.
Going rogue.
Little bit of an asshole.
Yeah, just a touch of arsehole in there.
Just a little touch. Just a tiny bit. All right.
A gentle touch.
A teeny touch of asshole.
Just a pass of the sphincter.
All right.
Tiny little asshole.
All right. So you guys are heading over to the medical bay. Now you're having a bit more of an idea. The lights
Well,
are
hold
on.
on.
You're feeling strong, confident. Yeah. Hello.
I would like to suggest that since, due to the wonderful intellect of Billy Archer, he knows that it is infrared light that can destroy these things. Maybe we should go for a scientific solution instead of the medical bay. If we can jury rig some kind of light generator.
We don't need to work out what it is now. We know what it is.
That's
don't we? So
true.
the medical
Right.
base may be less important.
Just dump the body over there.
Engineering.
That's not a bad shout.
So, are we leaving the corpse behind and taking the Andorian with us, or are we taking the corpse and the Andorian?
Thecko can carry
Do we
loads
need
of
either
bodies.
them?
Thank you, Thaco.
I don't think we need to weekend at Bernie anymore. We can.
We should
You
respectfully
kidnapped this Andorian.
Yeah, we should respectfully maybe leave the corpse in the med bay and maybe restrain the Andorian because he's not. He's Is he unconscious? Or were they unconscious?
He's
Yeah,
unconscious.
writhing in pain.
Yeah.
We probably best not let him out of our sight.
Can we set our phasers to respectfully cremate for the one corpse?
No, we're supposed to shoot him out with.
I'll have the phase
We're
rifle.
supposed to
phase
use the
rifle.
photon torpedo casing.
That's right.
I think they call that setting Remick.
Right, sorry, right. Can we go back in time again? Little flashback, and we're going back to that point where we're taking equipment, and I'm requesting my ceremonial bagpipes so we can send this body into space.
And you're both.
All right, but it's going to cost another momentum.
We have sticks, it's okay.
Of all the corpses I encountered on this mission,
This certainly was one of them.
theirs was the most something.
the most phaser
Face
burned.
burned.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to attempt to mind meld with the Sandorian to ease his pain somehow and give him, and then we can leave him behind without worry about.
Is that just like
I've got 3 Gorn fingers and I want to mind meld with him.
Mind meld is a talent, isn't it? Have you got that talent?
I'm half Vulcan, of course I know how to mind meld. Come on,
Do you know how to do it well?
that's not the point, Mr. GM.
I think you find it is.
That's possibly where the counselor comes in.
All right, can you mind
So
meld?
mind meld
Kelsey?
is a talent. It is a talent.
I
You
definitely
would have to
can't
have that
mind
talent.
All right.
No,
let
but
him
you can't mind meld, but you can like enhance his like empathy or something. I don't know. You're a
No,
counselor.
let him
wait.
writhe in pain.
what it is? We don't know that you can't mind meld. We don't know that, so you could just pretend.
Mime it.
Like just assuming it's half. We're assuming you can, and you're like, I'm like, Bjorn Olsen, man with the man. You're like, I can't. I mean, no, just do it. Come on, don't fuck about.
But I choked him into unconsciousness anyway. But you know, it's a mind meld.
Kind of a mind meld. It's the Vulcan death grip.
Emphasis
This
on
particular
death and
Tellarite is ready to go home and play with his rock some more. So I think we should head to the medical bay and find maybe a doctor or
Yes.
medical equipment.
Good thinking. All right, so located at the end of the floor, the medical bay is modest but functional. In the center of the room is a very tall specimen jar that appears to contain what is it looks like a gigantic flesh-colored cell, but now that Mr. Billiam Archer here is identified as a Nevan neural parasite, you've got a fresh sample right there that is preserved, ready, and it was being analyzed by the scientists themselves. Notably, this is the only specimen here. There are no others in the other jars, so maybe it appears that this is the only one they managed to kill. Unfortunately for the staff, they appear to have been racking through their databases. They were not able to identify it. They just did not have this information on file. It was considered like not classified information, but non-essential for what this research station's mission was. Now, you would need to restore power in order to access any of the logs here.
Did we not already? We've got the lighting circuit up. or
Are
is it
the
just
lights
that
on
part?
in here?
Yeah.
The lights around
Yes,
in
but
here,
it's still running off batteries. You would want to
Okay.
restore like proper power in order to get through more of the information here.
Mm.
which
Okay.
I can do. I can do that if you give me the chance.
Should we send our engineering folks onto engineering?
Engineering would mean going through operations. What I'll say
No.
is that if you want, I'll allow you to draw power from the other areas for the moment and look through the logs and stuff like that while you're here, and then you can shunt the power back. But I'll require an engineering task to do that.
Which
Hi.
I have a focus in power systems, so that's probably a good way to do this.
I think that
I'll
is
give you
a
an
more than
extra-
fair thing to do.
Option
Absolutely.
for crits. Better crits.
I've just googled
Totally.
the parasites and I now know what we're dealing with.
You can't just Google it. God damn it. Tell you what. Yeah. So give me.
Space Google.
Space Google, yes. Give me
I mean, I
reason plus
consulted my
engineering.
knowledge.
Yes, totally. Reason plus engineering difficulty 3.
Okay, so I have reason plus engineering is 16, and I have a focus, so we're increasing the crit there. What's
Yep.
our momentum is
6. We got
full,
loads.
so
Yeah.
I'll roll 3, and I'll probably just crush it.
Yeah. Well, I think someone should probably assist if he'll allow it.
What's that reason?
I'll allow
plus
this.
engineering?
Who
Yeah,
wants to
that's not me.
assist?
Not me.
It's not going to be
Well,
me.
What are we doing here?
Reason plus engineering.
Reason plus engineering.
That's a 10
Yeah, I
for
only have a
me.
10.
Reason. 9 and 4.
That's
Well,
13.
13. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say you're a good candidate to help with one dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
One die.
All right. Cool. So in which case it'll be Thaco with the assistance of Mr. Billiam Archer.
And sorry, because I keep doing this. So
That's okay.
because I have the focus, it increases the crit to my engineering number.
Yes.
So anything 5 or lower is just huge for us. Okay, cool.
Yes. Absolutely.
So I am
Wait, second, the other
rolling
way around.
only 2 dice. Or no, I'm rolling
You're
3
rolling
because
five.
I spent
Yeah.
a momentum. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Mr. Billiam is rolling 1.
You know, I'd like to point out that Chad has a great idea. If you turn off artificial gravity, you can float the corpses wherever you want. And since we have EV suits,
That's true.
anti-grab boots, right?
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even consider that. That's next level thinking right there.
So
Are we
I've
gonna
rolled
float
an
some
8.
corpses, boys?
An 8. Yeah, that's a 1 success there.
Play corpse.
And
pool.
I rolled a 1. Boom.
Nice.
And an 11 and a 12.
Oh, okay.
5 successes.
five.
Nice. Yeah, you'll crank back up
Okay.
on momentum. Perfect. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
but if we
so
turn off the artificial gravity, then we'll have to use our
mag boots.
mag boots, and that's real slow. So
Hmm.
maybe not the best idea.
Something to consider, though. Is an option.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Thaco, you are working this panel like a composer. You're just like your hands are flying everywhere, and you shunt that power, and the medical bay comes thrumming into life. Let's see, including the medical officer's log. Who'd like to give that a read? Because I'm sure it's very cheery and easy to decipher.
Sounds like the
I'll
medical
have a
person.
read of it
Yeah.
since
Yeah,
it'll be McCoy reading it because McCoy's the medical person.
Absolutely. Okay. So let's see. So mostly this log is a description of the process by which the creature was surgically removed from its host, a Mr. Myroki, who died from the procedure due to extreme shock. So surgical removal is not really an option as it stands. But obviously, now that you know what you're dealing with, you know that's not the best option anyway. They didn't know that, unfortunately. Now, the creature was catalogued for further study, but the base descended into madness before any real work could be done. Let's see. Mr. Dash, if you'd like to give me a reason plus science task between you... Oh, it might actually be another Thacker roll there. For using the medical scanners.
I have a 13.
13? Reason plus
What do you
science?
got?
Anyone else?
Terrible.
Reason science. Reason.
I got a 14.
Okay. Well, maybe you
You
should
two
go
should go
first,
for it
and
then.
I will. I will assist.
Thaco's just
All
overspec.
I really
Yeah.
am.
Just amazing.
Like,
Yeah.
I use the the standard like character creation, but apparently this mission is just me.
Yeah, a little bit. Sorry. Sorry to make you do all the rolling.
You're a glorified stretcher, Thecco.
Stretch.
All right. I'm gonna roll 1. You roll 2.
Yep.
All right.
Roll them bones.
I failed.
I rolled an 18 and a 20.
Oh no. Well, we suck.
We suck so much.
Thaco, you're so good. Oh wait.
You
All right,
jinxed that hard.
What is
Okay.
our
Guys, my mobile emitter is cracked. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, that's your excuse. That's
Yeah,
your
that's.
excuse.
I think that's probably what happened here.
Mm. All right. Fuck it. I know what I'm going to do.
You
So,
have like
We're doing it
14
live.
threat, right?
I have 14 threat. I'm going to spend 2 threat and that complication. And I'm going to go ahead and say that you managed to completely fry the medical bay's systems, and the specimen jar breaks wide open, and the Denevan parasite is still alive.
Dun 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 dun.
Actually.
All right,
Commercial break right there.
Yeah.
No, we're going to have a cliffhanger. I want one of you to get grappled by it, and then we'll come right back into it.
I love grapplers.
Well, it's not going to be
You
the
know what?
hologram.
I can actually spend more threat. I'm going to spend another 2 threat to take the initiative away from you guys. And I'm going to go for... Who would be the most tragic if they were to die?
McCoy.
William!
It's kind
You're
of...
young. You have a long life left ahead of you. Let's go. Let's see. This would be a daring plus fitness roll, wouldn't it? Yeah, the daring plus security. I am going to be rolling my first dice of the evening.
Look how
20,
concerned
20,
he is.
20, 20, 20, 20.
I actually did get 20.
It's power word kill from the GM here. It's like, no, you're just dead.
15. Yeah, I'm not that kind of GM. I got 15 and a 20, so I'm going to say that the Denevan parasite is still very floppy, very pancakey, very fake vomity, and it's kind of flopping around on the floor, slightly menacingly towards you, William. And you kind of get the impression that it should have been more impressive, but it wasn't.
Don't
Is
get
that
the
it?
fancy woo
Yeah.
noise
Hey.
when it floats
Yeah.
in.
It's got that slide whistle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
So-
I think as the first officer, I looked over and go, anyone fancy some eggs?
Maybe we should shoot it.
So I'm gonna say, since I've got the phaser rifle and it came for me but kind of just flopped on the floor, do I not just shoot it?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a control plus security.
Can you use the rifle to shoot Russell, Tim?
Yeah,
instead?
rifle.
So control is 11, security
Yep.
is 2. So we got 13.
Do you have any focuses that might help?
Yeah, or how does his rifle help?
So the rifle gives a 4 delta, and I believe that's attached to his security. So what's your security, William?
So I've got it focus in diplomacy, so I could diplomatically shoot this alien creature.
I'm going to say no.
Just like to let you know I tried.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you say before that?
So it's going to be 4 plus your security. So it's going to be you're going to be rolling 6d6 if you can hit it, but you're going to be control security difficulty 2. Yeah.
6d6.
But if you can hit it, so you got to give me control plus security first,
Okay. So 2 dice, 2d20.
and you got to hit difficulty 2. So you need 2 successes to hit.
Should
this
we
thing.
give him some momentum to help him
Yeah.
hit it?
Yeah, we got
Okay, here a moment.
at the moment.
We're good. Yeah, let's do
So
that.
I'm rolling a third.
Yep, you're on 3d20.
Ooh, I got a 15. Oh, I got a 20. And a 6.
I'll give it
Well,
back.
hold
Vice.
on. Wait, hold on. I'd like to assist, because I, the Gorn Vulcan hybrid, also remember a good deal of Starfleet history, and that this particular parasite resists phaser fire. So I'd like to assist by yelling, "Set it to kill!"
Okay, I'll allow it. You know what? I'll even allow you to roll the dice for that.
Okay.
I'll put it as insight plus command.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
I'm never hitting this.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Wait
My-
a minute. Wait a minute. Once per scene. Oh, no, wait. Hang on. No. Oh, there we go. Collaboration command. Whenever an ally attempts to task using command, you may spend 1 momentum to allow them to use your score for that discipline and one of your focuses. You could use my command discipline, which is 5.
Do you have a focus that would apply?
Avant-garde artist.
A focus.
Track and field.
No, sadly not.
Would my focus and cunning apply here?
I'd allow it. Yeah, I'd allow it.
Okay.
So I'll spend a momentum
So
for
I'm
that. So
rolling
you've got a 5
my,
command now.
My insight and your 5 command.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and my focus and cunning applies, so I crit 2 successes.
Nice. Okay,
There you
cool.
go.
There you go. So, through the guidance of your superior officer, William, you have successfully like started to lay into the scene. It's like you feel
Yeah.
very Rambo right now. Yep.
Can you use talents more than once?
Unless they specifically say no.
Okay, and are we in combat because the thing is trying to attack him?
Yes, absolutely, you are in
Okay,
combat.
so since I assisted him and we succeed, we get 1 point of additional momentum.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, perfect. Cool. That being said, you did roll a complication, so I'm going to say you panic a little bit, William. Like, even you panic, and you're like going to expend the phaser rifle's power cells. You're going to have to get another one somewhere.
Okay.
But you're going to lean into it first. Give me 6d6 and we're going to get your damage.
66.
66.
66.
So I've got a 6.
Order 66.
2 5s, a 2, a 1, and a 3.
Okay, so roll that. Do that again for me. So it is a 1.
We got a 1, a 2,
five.
a 3, 2 5s, and a 6.
All right, so you have done 6 damage, and you've got 2 effects that you can spend.
What's a phaser
So the
rifle?
effects on this one, accurate or charge.
It didn't charge, so I don't think you can do that one.
But there is accurate. What does accurate do again? You didn't aim, but
No.
if you... yeah, it would be full d20 anyway. So you do 6 damage, and I don't feel like spending threat to help this thing avoid an injury. So I'm going to say that, yeah, you expend the power cell, you lay into this thing, and the significantly more advanced weaponry of the 24th century puts pay to that neuroparasite, and its second life is very, very short-lived. It dies, squealing and congealing and turning into a unconvincing sage prop.
Fantastic. Well done, Billy. For a human.
For a human. All right. And now, before we finish, I'm going to give you just a little bit of a taster of what's going to be going on next. In addition to the creature, there are also 3 bodies in the medical bay. One appears to be the Mr. Myroki, who was mentioned in the medical logs. He was a maintenance operator who had a terrible wound on his back. And 2 other members of the operations staff, both of whom were killed by asphyxiation. A pad beside the bodies indicates that Mr. Myroki and the others were outside the base performing maintenance on an intake that had become closed with biological matter. Myroki was injured during the work and somehow turned a laser drill on the other 2, breaching their suits.
Ooh. Dun,
So
dun,
you can
dun,
kind of see how
dun.
things have started to develop. And as we finish, I'm going to say that down the hall, what appears to be the sound of 3, 4, maybe 5 bodies lurching in convulsions and pain are moving towards you, drawn by the phaser fire.
Zombie time.
Dun, dun,
Zombie
dun.
time.
Space zombie.
And dun 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 dun, etc.
Do, do,
And we'll call it there.
do, 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 do. Awesome.
There we go.
Oh, thank you very much, Stars. That was actually really gripping. I was on the edge of my
Yeah.
seat for some of
I
that.
have fun.
It was good. It was good. I think we've got a good
And
camera
now
code.
I'm
Next week for
hoping.
the stunning conclusion.
Yes. Next time on Star Trek Adventures. Are you guys good to do next week? I will probably have to clarify this, but I think
I will have to
Like
check my schedule.
literally next
Yeah.
weekend.
literally next weekend.
Um,
Same bat time,
I
same
can't. I
bat
can't.
channel.
I actually
same
can't do
bat
next
time,
weekend
Same
because
bat channel.
I am on a stag do, so I am going to be busy. But we'll
More than fair.
we'll work out when the next schedule's going to be. We'll have a chat about it, and we'll keep.
We'll work
guys,
that out. But
we'll-
I don't want there to be too big of a gap
No,
between
no,
sessions.
no. We'll keep this tight.
You mean like before?
Yeah, 6 months between our Klingon adventures, but yeah. No, we'll keep an eye on the Discord. I'll put the announcement up on there, and I'll pop it on Twitter as well for when our next episode of this is going to be. But no, thank you everyone. This has been good fun. Especially thank you to Stars as well for that. That was an
Yes,
absolutely amazing
very much,
session.
thank you.
Thank you. And thank you guys for being great. You're all wonderful.
If you like more
Amazing.
of this cast, we're going to be back on Wednesday. Literally all of us, I think, sans Stars because you don't play timelines anymore. But we are going to be back on
And
Wednesday.
sans me because I was unceremoniously.
Oh yeah, I
cut
kicked
from
you out for
programming.
auto.
I have
Your
a
follow-up
meeting
is
at
not
work.
working
I
that
have a
day.
meeting at work.
Yeah.
I have a meeting at work. It's not.
You
it's
have-
not that
You're,
deep.
you're
Yeah,
washing
I-
your hollow emitter that day.
You have
No. I
You have
am
buns.
busy. I am busy at the office.
We will be back with Timelines Talks, the triumphant return of episode 91. We'll be talking about all things Star Trek Timelines on Wednesday, so come and join us back for that.
And before we finish, I just
Yeah.
want to call out Cranky's been dealing with COVID this entire time, so props to him.
Yes, I am struggling with COVID, but paracetamol and rum is kind of holding it at
Good.
bay at the moment.
I'm glad. Drugs and alcohol, that's the traditional way to deal with it.
Drugs
Yeah.
and alcohol, it's the only way to fly. And on that note, we will see you next time. Ta-ra!
It's all set.
What's all set?
I got Hooker lined up with a dude who's gonna give him the deal of a lifetime in a new Porsche.
A Porsche?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you should wait. You might get a better deal through the state.
Yeah?
Yeah, we just did some story on a guy who's selling stolen Porsches off a lot on Main. Real sleazy character.
What's his name?
Delvin, Kelvin,
Melvin?